Hey, Bear. Welcome. I've been thinking about that for a few weeks. Hello, folks. Right now, you can get big discounts on all fire pits during Solo Stove Summer Sale. Use promo code Nate at solostove.com for an extra $10 off. That is solostove.com, promo code Nate for $10 off on top of their incredible Summer Sale discounts.
Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Visit athleticgreens.com/Nate for a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. That's athleticgreens.com/Nate.
Need to hire? You need Indeed. With Indeed, businesses only pay for quality applications matching the sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/Nate to start hiring now. That's Indeed.com/Nate. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's go, folks. Welcome to the Nateland podcast. Excited to be back. Everybody's back. Sitting here with Bates. He's alive.
I am.
All
As far as I can tell.
Aaron and Aaron Weber, Dusty Slay, all here, living it up, living the dream. I don't know. Stuff. I had a big weekend of a lot of birthdays. Harper's 10 years old, and then my brother turned 40.
Yeah.
Worf
is 40.
Wow.
So it was a big one. So here we are. Actually slept.
Yeah, I had a great weekend too. I got my Kentucky Farmer hat because I went to Lexington, Kentucky, and it was the best.
Yeah.
Nateland people came out. They brought me gifts.
Yeah.
I got candy from a lady. I got coffee that they said was rat poop free from some people.
That's nice.
Yeah, I got what did I get? An Opelika Bulldogs mug that someone brought me from my high school.
Wow.
They said they found it on eBay. It was great.
Wow. Look
Yeah,
at that.
Nateland people really showing up, and I appreciate it.
They're the best.
Yeah, Lexington, Kentucky was awesome.
All right. It's enough of Dusty. And where you at? The Comedy Off Broadway?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. It's a fun club.
it was great.
All right, let's start. I guess we're just starting with we're doing candy comments. We're doing an episode on candy part 2 today. Because apparently we didn't get into it enough. I got into Hey Bear. The bear talk I enjoyed. So here's your first candy. Brandon Underwood. I imagine the real reason that Brian was not in attendance for this episode is because the only candies that he has experienced with are Werther's Original and those weird peppermint candies that old people always seem to carry. Is that true?
I mean, I do like a good hard candy, I'll admit.
Do you? Do you think you like it as you got older?
I like to carry in my pocket and give them to kids,
Oh, yeah.
stuff like
Do
that.
you have one in your pocket right now?
I don't.
Oh.
I don't, but
Do you think you like hard candy more as you gotten older? You think it's changed?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Just did good old Werther's Original.
Naturally just go.
Why do you think that is? Do you think it's about the teeth? You think as you lose teeth quality, you
just
like
want-
hard candies?
You just like something hard and like
suck
it's-
on.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe if you have dentures, a chewy candy rips your dentures
Yeah.
off the top of your mouth.
So
or
you just
whatever.
want something that lasts a long time.
Mhm.
I think everything as you get older, you just end up seeing stuff that you're like, yeah, that makes sense now. It's pretty crazy. What was I thought I was trying to do a joke on something about getting but just little I don't know. I'm blanking on
Maybe
that.
if you're old and you're bored too, it's like opening the candy takes a while.
Yeah.
And then it's all about, you get a lot funner on.
Yeah.
You get to dig around in your pocket. You get the
You-
changes in there and
That's
you
part
find
of your
it.
day. It's
Yes.
part of your day.
One of
And
the funner parts of my day, actually.
Is getting
It's because it makes a lot of noise and people will look at you and you can go, hey, just so you know, I am still around.
My grandparents always had these candies, these strawberry.
Those are the best.
Oh, those are very good.
Where the packaging looks like
Yeah.
a strawberry.
Yeah.
That's
Those
nice.
were, if you went, those were cool grandparents. Because if they had those, it was like, because, the other candy they'd have, it's the Werther's, it's stuff you're like, this is not good. And then, but they had the strawberry. I feel like that reminds me of church.
Yeah.
I feel like there
Yeah.
was a lot of
Yeah.
that candy at church. And they were just unbelievable.
Like in one of those glass thing where you lift the lid
Yeah.
off and there's just candy. And you're not surprised by this.
Yeah.
Because you're like, it looks like a strawberry. I know what I'm getting.
Yeah. It's very good candy. They did a great job. Never knew the name of it. I don't even know the name. What is the name? Sweet Delight?
Arcor kosher filled strawberry hard candies.
Yeah.
It's kind of a long name.
Couldn't have even ever said the name of that. I would have just been like, the ones.
The
with
strawberry candies.
yeah.
That's all you need.
Most popular. You only know them about their looks. Travis White. I love how Aaron was dissing a Snickers because it's like a whole meal with the addition of the peanuts. However, he loves a Take 5, which is like a Snickers plus a pretzel. Take 5 is the real trail mix bar here.
That's fair.
Okay.
You would think the amount that you hike
Took that quite
too,
well.
you would really be into.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like there's some misconception, or maybe there's not, that I don't like a Snickers bar. I do like a Snickers bar.
Yeah. I don't think anybody questions it. I know. No one thinks Aaron has a line drawn with his candy.
Is there any candy you don't like?
I mean, none
Apples?
Did you just lick the apple?
He actually probably doesn't like the strawberry candy.
Yeah.
it's too close to fruit.
Too close.
Nothing jumps out at me, but if I think of one,
He
I'll
probably
jump in.
opened this to tell us that he didn't like it, and then we all started saying how much we liked it.
No,
He
I
was
love
like,
these candies.
Oh, okay.
It's the only reason we went to my grandparents' house.
Oh, okay.
Stock
For the
up on
candies.
these.
Yeah. How you
Yeah, I
doing?
hope they're
You
not
just walk
listening.
by 'em? Whose house is this? You have to ask.
Obviously not listeners of the podcast, I guess.
Brittany.
they're
Oh,
dead.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
your grandparents?
Yeah, those two. Yeah.
Golly. Spoiler alert. There. Britley Franzi. Britley. I bet you think Brittany a lot.
Yeah.
I bet she gets that. She goes, Britley. They go, Brittany? And she goes, no, Britley.
Britt Lee.
Britley. Listen to Aaron talk about eating popcorn off his chest reminded me of a hack someone told me. Just put a hoodie on backwards and use the hood as the bowl.
That's not bad.
I don't think I want to get my clothes this dirty.
Yeah.
You're right. You're going to get some grease stains.
You don't
for
have to
sure.
use your
Yeah.
hands, though, if you do it like that. I guess you could just go.
Yeah, that's
right
almost too much. That's like a trough.
in.
But didn't you
just-
say you just poured it on your chest?
Yeah, but that's like, and then you'd still eat it with your hands.
Mhm.
You just,
I know, but
your
so
chest
the-
becomes a plate.
Yeah, the hoodie grease isn't going to bother you then.
No. You just got to designate one hoodie for
Yeah.
this is my
If the
popcorn hoodie.
grease is in
Yeah.
the hood, a lot of people think you have oily hair.
Oh,
Do you go,
that's true.
Yeah. Do you go, like you answer the door and you got a hoodie on backwards and you're like, hello? And you're just, like your whole night got ruined?
Yeah.
What? You're like, why is your hoodie on backwards? He goes,
popcorn
I got a lot going on. It just,
It's my me time,
this
dude.
is my, yeah. He goes, it's late, it's 6 p.m. Why are you ringing my doorbell? I have
Popcorn in
plans
the
tonight.
hood, wing sauce on your
Yeah.
hands.
Hoodie on backwards, pants on backwards. He got 2 Diet Cokes in his back pocket pants. Hello. Just, everything's ruined. Cam, I love the discussion of what you eat when alone. When I lived in New York City, I'd stop at Tim Hortons after work, get 2 donuts, and eat them on the subway on the way home so my wife never knew. Then one Saturday, we happened to be walking by that Tim Hortons, and I said, hey, look at that. You don't see those very often. So we went in, and I ordered 1 donut. The guy recognized me, yelled out, just 1 today? The jig was up.
He shouldn't have took her to the scene of the crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bold.
He was asking for it.
Yeah.
Even the idea of, oh, look at that. You don't see that too
Yeah.
often.
Cam wanted to get caught.
Yeah.
Deep down, he felt like he needed to
Yeah.
get caught. Yeah.
He needed to get railed in. Ben Verzer. Zoe Saldana was in Marvel movies too. She's part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. So Tom Cruise is the highest grossing actor not affiliated with Marvel. Too bad Billy the Kid wasn't there. He may have caught it.
Would you have caught that?
Yeah,
Brian?
when I was watching the episode, I was yelling at the screen.
Yeah.
She's she was in all the Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War. So that's pretty crazy. The 2 highest grossing movies of all time, she was in both of them.
Mm-hmm.
She's a blue person and a green person.
Yeah. What was the other one?
Well, Avatar, I think,
Oh,
is still
yeah.
number 1,
yeah.
and then
Oh, yeah.
Endgame's number 2.
She was in Avatar.
The new Top Gun has to be coming close to passing all these, though.
I don't know.
I can't remember the last time a movie's been talked about this much
Yeah.
in such a positive way.
I feel like it's dying down though.
Well, I'm trying to get it rolling again.
Yeah.
And now they're
It's-
making
But it doesn't get like it's. I'm not. I loved it. And we
Yeah.
talked about it, but
Yeah.
it's like I don't hear much about it as much. You know, I looked up. I was trying to watch a movie last night, and I was looking up Tom Cruise's like top movies. It was ranked very low. No, wait, maybe that was ranked. The regular first Top Gun was ranked extremely low of his top movies on some. You know, like I don't know, IMDb,
Mm-hmm.
like someone's ranking.
As
them.
far as like box office gross,
No, just like I just typed in. I was really trying to think. I want to watch. I didn't know what movie I wanted to watch last night. I almost watched The Firm, and then it was
Firm's
like,
great.
A Firm is
It
good.
felt like a whole
It's a
thing.
John Grisham book. Dude.
Yeah,
It's a
it
great.
felt like a whole thing.
you would
I went with,
hate it.
I went with Urban Legend, and
you're
I'm in the mix of that right
Yeah.
now. I had to stop it because I went to sleep.
What's urban? What's urban legend?
These people all die by Urban Legend.
you are
A little different from the John Grisham book.
Tom
The
Cruise
Firm.
is not in this, by the way.
Yeah, that's just legend.
This is
Oh, Urban Legend's
Urban
not a Tom
Legend's
Cruise.
not a Tom Cruise movie. I bailed on all of it. I started then I at one point I started Pelican Brief, and I guess this seems like a lot. And then I went with Urban Legend horror slasher. Jared Leto's in it.
Oh,
It's
to be
hard
a,
to get into a movie now because you have so many options. You're like, you watch 5 minutes and you're like, do I really want to do this whole thing
yeah,
when I have every movie that I could ever want to
Yeah.
watch?
that's true.
I almost did Jack Reacher again
Oh, that's a good one.
because that's fun. I want those kind of movies. Like a Jack Reacher, I went through Jason Statham's. I go, what's his top movies? And I think I've seen all of them. Like just a fun, fast moving.
Okay.
I rewatched last night this documentary. It's so good called "The Battered Bastards of Baseball." I think I told you about this. It is
BBB.
so good. It's about Kurt Russell's dad just bought a baseball team in Portland, Oregon, single A team. They weren't affiliated with any major league team, so he just had open tryouts, and guys came from all over the country just to try out to play on this team.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they were all guys who had been rejected by other teams, so they had this chip on their shoulder, and they just start beating everybody.
No, yeah.
And it's just it's a great.
It's
Great
on
documentary.
Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Wow.
One of the guys and the Bat Boy invented Big League Chew.
wow.
Their star player is missing. They don't know where he is now. They think he was an FBI informant. Kurt Russell played. I mean, they would just throw anybody out there and just let them
All
play.
right. That's the best part that Kurt Russell played. I like that.
Yeah.
Did
If
you
they-
see? Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm so into this movie. If
Yeah.
the pitcher needed more time, they would throw a ball out on the field and let their dog just run out on the field, and they'd have to stop play till they
Yeah.
corralled the dog.
Yeah.
They would just do anything, and it was really great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I need to watch that. Did you see Joe List, the comedian, got embedded on a minor league baseball team?
Oh yeah. What was that?
I don't know. I don't know how that happened, but that's the dream, right?
Yeah. Was he a coach or?
I think he was a first base coach.
Yeah.
I heard him on his podcast talking about he wanted to get in that bat, but I don't know
Yeah.
if that ever happened.
Yeah.
What's
but he
there
was in the
even really-
dugout and like on the team.
What's there even really to do as the first base coach?
Oh, Dusty, so much.
So much.
Is there a lot?
You're
Yeah.
when a lot of singles. So you're the third base coach is the guy that's like doors wide open.
Oh,
He's
okay.
barely, he's basically going go or don't go.
And if they go and they get out, he could just say, I thought you'd be faster.
Yeah. Yes. I remember there was the pressure of being a third base coach because you didn't know. You got to really judge to be like, where's the ball?
Yeah.
Can this dude make it there?
Mhm.
And he also gives signals to the guy if he should steal or not.
Oh, third base coach does that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he gives. Yeah.
First base coach just says back. The
Yeah.
pitcher throws over back.
Right, right.
What?
No, I was defending the first base coach.
But I'm saying that's a
Yeah.
pretty important thing.
Oh,
So
so
the-
third base coach.
I think third base has a lot more on him responsibility. That's why the head coach is the third base coach, like in college baseball
Oh.
and stuff.
All right,
Okay.
never mind. First base.
A lot
coach.
going on.
They're both
So you were
pretty
right.
important. They're both important.
I don't know.
How about that?
I don't-
Why are we? What's the point of first base?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First baseman.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm more convinced now that the first base coach is useful.
Yeah. Did you play sports?
A little bit. I was,
Yeah.
I did a rec league here and there.
You didn't play like growing up at like little league or something, or
No. Well, yeah, little league, like rec league. I played. I was a good
y'all called it
fielder.
rec league?
Yeah,
It was
rec
Di-
center.
Dixie Youth for us.
Oh yeah,
We
I had a
didn't
little
have-
Dixie youth
We
baseball
didn't have
too.
Little League in Alabama. It was Dixie Boys. That's what I
Yeah.
played my whole life.
But I thought it was just generally called little league base. Like it was.
No, Little League's an official organization.
Oh.
like
we were-
Pop Warner is.
Oh.
We were a green team, the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
High top trucker hats. I was into it. Probably where I picked it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How long was your hair?
Well, not very long. My
Yeah.
dad was in charge back then, so
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to do fun things with my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom cut lines into my hair one time, and my dad picked me up from school that day and then got my head shaved
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, the maps comments. Mark Maxwell. Nate just proved why the 1/3 pound burger didn't work. Yeah,
The 1-3.
1-3.
1-3. Yeah, it looks. I mean, if you're just looking at the numbers, it looks like it's less
Yeah,
than a quarter pound.
yeah. Well, there you go.
Fractions are tough, man.
Yeah, they are.
You're very nice, Aaron.
It didn't work. The burger didn't work.
Yeah.
Well, they got to up the education system
That's
if
a
they
big
want
one.
us to.
Well, it's like me watching Urban Legend. You're like, do I want to be the whole, what do you want?
Mhm.
You want a 1/3 pound burger? And you're like, I don't know.
You're a Gene's pick. He's a
Yeah.
Vincent's pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kristen Flavel. The fact that Aaron, the secret genius of the group, has had to use his phone to get to Nate's house for 105 episodes is mind-boggling. You blew it, buddy.
Yeah.
You blew it.
I blew it. Well, I recommend, even if you do know where you're going, you put it in Google Maps. It'll let you know if there's traffic jams. It'll let you
Mhm.
know how to avoid them. It's very
Yeah.
useful. But
Is
then
that-
when you don't have it,
How many traffic jams have you got caught in coming over?
to this place,
Yeah.
none stick out.
Yeah. Uh,
I was surprised y'all were fine with him saying that. If I'd have said that, I'd have been crucified on here.
I feel like I'm getting a fair amount of flack for it.
yeah.
Well,
At the moment, we
it
gotta-
took Kristen to do it.
Yeah. Well, I figured you had like a van drop you off.
Me,
Yeah.
I do, but
Uh,
from where?
Just
The
The senior of the church.
Senior, the senior van. Yeah.
The one guy from the church
Yeah.
who picks up people who don't drive at night.
Next stop, podcast. Brian gets up. Excuse me.
Be back at 4.
Yeah. Meet at the stop sign. Mr. McDonald, the fact that Dusty doesn't trust clocks, but 30 minutes later says, I think if you were small enough, you could ride a seahorse, is why he's a great addition to the show. We need a little more Dusty in our lives.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, if you were small enough to ride a seahorse, you would not care about time.
No.
You'd just be on that seahorse all day,
Yeah.
just riding around the ocean,
Yeah.
checking it out.
Yeah.
And like, this is a good time.
Yeah. Time would stop.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't know what else you have to do.
right. I
If
mean,
you're
what?
small enough to ride a seahorse, you can't have. What other plans could you have?
Right, that's true. You just got to check around, go out to the coral reefs,
Yeah.
see what's happening.
Can I ask logistically, how would you ride the seahorse? There's not much of an arc
not
in the
that
back.
Well, you'd have to get a saddle for sure.
They're a little
Like
more
this one,
straight up.
this guy to the right here. Yeah, he's got that little fin.
Yeah.
I think you just
sit on that.
really just tie on.
Okay.
Yeah. It'd be tiring.
You're
Yeah.
almost like standing up. It's almost like a Segway.
Maybe you ride in the curl of the tail. Maybe he just holds you in that tail.
Yeah. You'll get.
That'd be bumpy.
I bet you could have a saddle and you stand on the saddle and you
Yeah.
kind of like lean forward.
Right. Okay.
But if he wants you off, I mean, you're in water, so that helps. You know?
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking a little saddle that fits inside the tail, and you just ride
Yeah.
along the bottom.
I don't know.
No.
That doesn't make. Don't be ridiculous.
I think you just wrap your legs around his belly there and hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That one's carrying a Q-tip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it would carry you like that. You
Bringing
think,
it to
Dusty?
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a Q-tip.
You like a good Q-tip, don't
I
you?
do love a Q-tip.
I like Q-tips.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
My friend told me he busted his eardrum with a Q-tip. I'm like,
Well, how far-
be careful.
Yeah. How far are you going?
Yeah.
It's not a free for all.
Yeah.
You know, you use some. People say don't use them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use them. They've been doing good
I
for a
had-
long
my,
time.
my buddy from college, he told me, he saw me using Q-tips once, and he said, well, my dad once put them in as earplugs,
Mhm.
and then he like turned his head too quickly, and it hit a wall, and it messed up his ear pretty
Yeah, it's like-
bad.
Don't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm ever sideways close to a wall. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. What?
He was walking around just with
Yeah.
them in his ears?
Yeah.
What do you need earplugs for if you're walking
I
around?
think he was using heavy machinery in his garage or something, and he couldn't find earplugs, so he just put a couple Q-tips in.
This guy seems like a disaster.
I mean,
No,
yeah. Yeah, there's a point that you're going, all right. You go, that's like not using knives. And you're like, why? He goes, well, I carried it the backwards way with my hand. And then I ran into a wall and it sliced my hand open. You're like, oh, but there's a handle. He's like, well, I didn't.
Yeah.
I was busy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was. Yeah,
I was, I wish the commercials you see where they're showing inside of someone's ear.
Yeah.
I'm about done with that. My goodness.
What do
I
you
mean,
mean?
like that and the one that you go up your nose and they just show like how it works. It's like worse than watching a horror movie.
yeah.
It's so gross. The ear ones, they go, instead of using Q-tips, you use something and it shows it like yanking it out of your ear.
I have a little pen at home with a camera at the end of it where you can
Why?
dig it just to see what's going on in there. I saw a bunch of those videos. I want to see what's going on in mine.
What do you want's down there?
What
Seahorse?
do you see in
Pull it
there?
up.
What's in your ears?
It's just earwax and stuff. You just
Yeah.
you can clean out your ears with them.
I just can't believe this guy is using heavy machinery.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's so loud. Let me get a couple of Q-tips.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I've ever had my head that close to a wall where I would jam it. Like I just don't think I've ever made a turn and been like, God, that wall's like your shoulder would hit the wall first.
Maybe it messed up.
Oh,
his
that's fair.
Yeah, yeah.
How are you?
How
does he
long
walk
were the
around
Q-tips?
just like
These were
lean-
long Q-tips.
It's like,
yeah.
They must
like-
have been.
Or he walks around head first, bent over head first, and then just
Might have
swaying is like like a dinosaur.
Hmm. I need to follow up with them. I need to figure out how that happened. But
Yeah, could be an urban legend.
Could
That's
be
what
an
I watched
urban
last
legend.
night. A pattern horizon. Nate sees the sun rise and set every day in his house, and they think this is amazing. He knows north. Let me go tell you something, pattern horizon. I've never once thought about which way the sun rises or sets. I generally know north. Me and Justin Smith went on a ride this weekend. We just rode around, and I drove no GPS, just drove south, and then got home.
We just turned around, drove north.
Yeah, but we were on back roads. Like, there's no
Okay.
rhyme or reason to like how I wasn't on an interstate. We were just doing back
You
roads.
just felt it out.
Just felt it out. I felt this feels north,
Mm-hmm.
and I was right.
Well, could you see the sun?
I don't even look at the sun.
Yeah.
I
He looks at moss on the trees.
No, I look at just what I feel. I just go, this feels
Your
right.
internal compass.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
yeah. That's
It's like
all.
Kramer telling time at night.
Yeah, it was a little bit tougher.
Oh, dude, I forgot to tell you. Somebody in Indianapolis this weekend, a big podcast fan, told me. He said, I kept track of every Seinfeld reference made on Nateland, and there's only 2 episodes where there have not been a Seinfeld reference.
Wow.
And both of them were when Brian wasn't here.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I've already made
Yeah.
2 this episode.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the only 2 where it was Seinfeld was not brought up in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, wow.
And I
Look
think
at that.
it's Brian's the one throwing it out.
Yeah, there
Wow.
you go.
All right.
All right.
what's the moss on the trees? Did we talk about that?
I can't remember if we
I
have.
saw that somewhere. I feel like,
I
and
think
you
it
brought it
grows
up now.
north. You know, the moss shows
So
up.
people
on the
got
north.
lost in the woods.
Yeah,
And
so
the moss grows north.
You follow the moss.
Oh, it's a King of the Hill episode I was watching, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, King of the Hill mixed up with Nateland in your head.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
everything
It's
goes
a
in
lot.
here and I don't
It
know
all
what's.
blends.
Yeah.
People have commented, excuse me,
All right.
still coming back,
Yeah.
that we're the characters from King of the Hill. I haven't watched King of the Hill.
Oh, I'd be Dale for sure. I always think about myself being,
Yeah.
he sprays pesticides
Yeah.
and is into conspiracies.
Yeah.
You made it based off you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably could sue them.
Yeah. That's maybe why you are.
Yeah. The
You-
pesticides,
You
maybe.
like
Yeah.
Dale, and you go, that's a guy that gets it.
I think so.
Do you
Yeah.
ever worry about that? That those pesticides may have affected you in a way you don't even realize?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time they say glyphosate causes cancer, I go, oh, I remember that we had that
Yeah.
and what we sold.
You
You
used to
sold
ri-
it.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
just in your car all the time.
Yeah, I used to spill it, just get it on my hands and just go on about my
Yeah.
day. I didn't freak out and go, let's wash up.
Yeah. There's no hand sanitizer back there.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
No.
We were
Yeah.
just doing it.
All right. We'll see what happens. We're going to keep us posted on how that plays out. Episode 400. Dusty has no hair. He's like, well, kind of paid off, it's something. Michael Cupello. The best part of the episode is Nate wisely advising a new comic to punch up with his jokes only minutes after calling Dusty's sister a cow. I know this is the type of hypocrisy that led Turler to jumping ship, but I am all in. Keep it, boys. Yeah.
That's great.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you did advise comics to punch up.
Probably.
I think we
You
settled
should
on
make fun of.
you just punching whichever way nobody else is punching.
Yeah, there's that. But I do think you should punch up. You don't
Okay.
make fun of people down. But I mean, but but riffing maybe is different.
Yeah, and
Us joking and riffing is
and
like,
what does
it's just trying to be
Michael?
funny?
What does Michael Capella think of me to think that that's punching down?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know
that's
what I
true.
mean? That seems like he's punching down at me right now.
Yeah.
Inadvertently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it would be like when you would look at this as equals, and so we're all just making fun of each other. And so
Right.
because this is a table that's just about just make jokes and have fun. That's the point of this. So the only way to do that is to punch at each other.
That's how you think of us as equals?
Huh? At the table. I didn't know the sad news over here was going to jump in, but as the point of it is supposed to be that.
Oh.
Is it not?
Yeah, the point of it is.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you want? What do you want to,
Michael
what
Capello.
sadness do you want to bring to this? What do you not think? You don't think it is equals?
No, I'm just trying to be funny.
Only Michael
Yeah.
Capello doesn't think
called
we're equal
Nateland.
here.
Huh?
It's called Nateland.
What do you want it to be called?
I'm fine with it being called Nateland, but it's your podcast.
Yeah, but I mean, I think we're all on this together.
Yeah.
I don't think you want it to be called your name. That's like that's what.
Batesville.
It's so close. It's one letter away. Dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Ah.
there's Batesville, there's Aaronland, there's Dusty Town now.
Dusty Town.
Everybody has like their
Has it?
own. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
You've been following Dusty Town?
I mean, I
Yeah.
think I follow it, but I don't see what's
Oh,
happening.
they're doing great stuff.
Yeah, everybody's got their own thing.
Yeah.
But not enough for over here. Still wants more. Chase Schubert, one of the most isolated and uncontacted groups of people on Earth are the people on North Sentinel Island in the Bay of Bengal. Multiple times, is it not Bengal? Bengal. Multiple times people have tried to land and boat to the island, but multiple times people have been killed because of it. Now that island is protected by the Indian Navy and it is illegal to visit the island at all.
Looks pretty inviting.
Yeah.
Just people at the shore with bows.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's always like if they kill someone, though. I mean, it's like you just like if you die, if you're one that went over there and you died,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're the family, you're like, can we do anything? And they're like, no.
Sounds like
They're just
India.
no. The answer is no.
I guess not.
Sounds like India has some interest over there.
Yeah.
Well, you asked last week on the
Yeah.
maps episode about is there anywhere has it been mapped?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of basing on what he's saying.
Right.
And Antarctica is a crazy. Doing my research on it because no one owns Antarctica.
Yeah.
It's just 50 years ago they did a treaty of Antarctica where like 14 countries all kind of share it.
Yeah.
But you can't just go to Antarctica. You have to have a special permission to go there.
Who
So
would you call?
well, you can go. You can go on a boat as a tourist and just land at the northern tip and just step off on it. But you can't just go on your own to. You'd have to call the government, U.S.
Yeah.
government, and get some kind of special. They don't let people go. So there's a lot of Antarctica. We don't know what's going on there.
Am I legally allowed to go to the moon if I wanted to?
Doesn't China own it now?
Did they claim that? Did they?
I think so.
Oh, they tried to claim they never even landed on it.
I think if you build a
humans.
ship,
Well, who
yeah,
has
I mean, just,
landed on it, you
yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
build the ship.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff Bezos was like, "I'm going to go to the moon," and then he just went way up in the sky, and then came down, and then they all clapped for him.
Well, they all
So-
say the space thing.
I don't
where-
think he said I'm going to the moon.
No, but he said he's going to go to space, and they never really, you
Yeah.
know, it's like they go
Uh-huh.
to like, it's like we're like
Yeah.
above the cloud. You're like higher than a plane. He's like,
I mean, yeah,
barely.
I mean, you can't land on the moon.
He goes, I
I mean,
was
Yeah.
a little higher than we
They were
had to dodge-
weightless for a short amount of time.
We had to
Yeah.
dodge some Delta traffic. You pay $20 billion just to 1 minute up there. You're like, we got close.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to go. Wake me up
Yeah,
when we're going.
let's
When
do
are
it.
you in it?
Yeah.
When are you? You're out. You're out of here. You're in space.
I don't think there's any flights that go over Antarctica either.
There's not.
Yeah.
Why? Just because there's no point to it?
Well, like, it seems like you would, if you wanted to go from Australia to South America, you just skip right over Antarctica,
Yeah.
but they don't do it.
Well, they say you have to have a landing
Yeah, it's like an hour.
landing pad.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's not what they say. They say the reason they won't let you go over is because you got to have a landing strip somewhere within a certain amount of miles, and they say that doesn't cover it.
Let's go ahead and make one.
Yeah.
What do you think's going on in Antarctica?
I can't say, but
Yeah.
You're saying so? Let's just throw up a little landing strip there in the middle of Antarctica. That way we can fly over it.
Yeah.
I think you'd also lose radio signal there.
let's build a little something down there. Why don't we have like a Antarctic resort right in the middle?
Why would we just, instead of, the moon, just be like, let's go figure out Antarctica.
Yeah.
Let's figure out us first. Maybe this is the new world. They
Exactly.
go like, hey, fix yourself before you fix everybody else.
Yeah, look in the mirror, buddy.
Yeah, look in the mirror. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, they say the reason they don't just average tourists coming out is for pollution reasons. They don't want to pollute the land, the animals, the wildlife. So they just let a select group of scientists come.
Is it not like just ice and snow up there?
It is. So there's not a lot. Well, some people think there's a lot more going on there. Some people think Antarctica is a lot bigger than what's on that map.
There was this guy named Admiral Byrd or something, and he had a thing where he said he flew and found a lot of land in Antarctica.
Like not with snow on it?
Yeah, he said like a land the size of North America down there.
Oh,
Interesting.
yeah.
So
All right.
there's a lot going on.
I think we should go. Let's go check it out.
I think we should go. We're doing a live podcast from there.
Yeah.
Hello, Antarctica.
Yeah.
Hey, polar bear.
Hey, bear. Couple polar bears. Nick Ventura. I just need to let you know that Aaron is probably my favorite member from the podcast.
All right.
But this episode may have changed that.
Oh no.
He said Moneyball is the greatest baseball movie of all time. Has he seen The Sandlot or Major League?
I have seen those.
Mm.
Sandlot may be the most important movie of my childhood in a lot of ways, but doesn't really hold up. If you watch it as an adult, you're like, this is fun, but it is a movie for children.
Why was it the most important movie? Like,
It was just the biggest movie.
yeah.
I watched it all the time. It was quoted very frequently by. I played baseball growing up. It's all we talked about was that movie.
You're killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me, Smalls. I ate a lot of s'mores,
Yeah.
so it was big for me.
Mm-hmm.
But Moneyball's an adult movie, and I'm an adult now.
Ooh,
Okay.
You know?
Ooh.
put away childish
Wow.
things.
Wow. That was a
Really
shot
bringing
right
it
at
home,
Nick.
huh?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think
You seen the
Nick
battered bastards of baseball?
Yeah, I need
Nick
to check
and,
that out.
Major League is great though, too.
Major League's fun.
Yeah.
We're having a
League is
battle,
a-
Nick and Aaron. I think.
Ooh.
When I had short hair and no beard, people would call me Squints
Oh yeah.
from that movie.
You used to have thicker black frame glasses.
I did,
right?
yeah. It was a whole change.
Oh, like when you were old. You were
Yeah.
older. And
Yeah.
They still called you Squints.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They said
I
I
can
looked like
see that.
Squints when he grew up.
Yeah. I could see that. And then I was into All right. All right. Summer nights are here, so get outside and enjoy your solo stove. Take it camping to the lake or have your neighbors over for s'mores and hang out. They have small, larger sizes. The solo stove is the best fire pit I have seen. Not smell like a campfire is my big thing that I love. You can just sit around a fire. A fire is very fun. There's no setup, just unbox and enjoy. A little fire starter wood, and you can have a nice fire quickly. We have the bonfire version with the stand. It burns down to white ash, so cleanup is super easy. Upgrade your backyard with a solo stove fire pit. Solo stove fire pits are brilliantly engineered, easy to light with a few bits of starter, and perfectly portable. Take solo stove with you on camping trips. Take it to the beach where they allow fire on the beach. They should allow solo stove. They would. I don't know if you can, but you should be able to.
Try it out.
Try it out.
Can.
Let us know. Right now, you can get big discounts on all fire pits during Solo Stove Summer Sale and use promo code Nate at solostove.com for an extra $10 off. That is solostove.com, promo code Nate for $10 off on top of their incredible summer sale discounts. Solostove.com, promo code Nate.
We have all started taking athletic greens.
Mm.
You guys do athletic greens?
Oh yeah,
Today?
love it.
Did it
Love
today?
it.
Delicious.
Delicious.
It really is great. I love it. I'm into it.
Did you have some today?
I did have some today.
I think we all had some. We love it. It tastes great. It's easy to make, and You can drink it quickly. 1 scoop of powder with water, shake it up, drink it. You're good to go. They got travel packs. They're great for when we're on the road. Easily pour it into a bottle of water and you're ready to go. And right now it's time to reclaim your health and help your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. Just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/Nate. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/Nate to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
And finally, Nateland is brought to you by Indeed. There is nothing you can't accomplish with a great team. This podcast would be nothing without me or Dusty or Brian or Nate. And how do we find these guys? We used Indeed. When you're assembling the right set of skills at your company, you need all the help you can get. I mean, we've seen it. Indeed is the hiring platform where you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place instead of spending hours on multiple job sites sifting through these resumes, looking at these CVs. Stop it. Use Indeed. You can find great talent faster through time-saving tools like Indeed Instant Match, assessments, virtual interviews, all through the platform. One of the things I really love about Indeed is that it makes all the hiring in one place so easy because when you sponsor a post, you're 4 to 5 times more likely to get a qualified hire, according to Indeed data worldwide. So, Indeed's doing something no other job site has done. Now with Indeed, businesses only pay for quality applications matching the sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/Nate to start hiring now. Go to Indeed.com/Nate. Indeed.com/Nate. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
All right. Since we're going to talk about candy, since I don't think we talked about a lot of bear stuff.
A lot of bear stuff.
I like the bear stuff.
Bear stuff was
I did too. I could listen to you talk about how to get away from bears all day.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. I mean, I was really picking up some tips.
Yeah. It's how you should be doing it.
Yeah.
I think we're on to something. But we didn't. So we were supposed to talk about candy. We didn't talk a ton about candy. Bates wasn't here to keep it back on track. So now we have more candy. More candy. I had some candy this weekend. This week was not good for the diet. It was bad.
What causes that to happen? Do you just decide going in, this weekend's kind of a wash?
It was, it was like Harper's birthday, so we went out to eat with Harper, and then
you and Justin riding around,
and me and we didn't eat bad then, but it was Harper's. We go eat. I think I had prime rib. I was like, just start like. It is sometimes when you're going down, because I got down to 166 this weekend.
That's crazy.
Dang.
And then I'm 169 right now, which I'm kind of getting stuck right in this window. And it's because I haven't been great on my calorie intake. And it's because I've been home. But it's like you just start like, some of it is like, you know what? It's just I feel like I needed a break. Like it's been so much of doing it. And then you're like, it was her birthday. And so I'd like prime rib, and that night the cousins all spent the night, and so then they had pizza, and I'm like I felt very hungry and felt you just like kind of tired of it. So I ate pizza that night. I thought, all right, I'll do good tomorrow. And the next day was that we celebrated her birthday on the 9th, and then it was like then the weekend just ended up I had a piece of cake, and then then we go I do some with my brother, and we go golf and hang out, and then then you're just like, the weekend was like
it's a special occasion can throw it off.
Yeah. And that's hard to, especially because we're trying. Like it wouldn't be bad once I can get down to where I want to get down. Then you can have a little more leeway. But the good thing is mentally, you do know. I feel like you can kind of feel it. You're like, well, I messed up. And I want to go back to like my energy's been really good. And when I was eating good, that's the craziest part is the energy, is how much energy you have. That's the best part, I think. And so then now it's like, all right, and like today is like, I'm going to go back, I'm going back in 1,500 calories. That's what we're down to right now, which is low. But I'm trying to lose weight for the special.
Yeah.
You started at 1,800, now you're down to 1,500?
Yeah. We just went down to 15. And then so
is it going to get lower than this, or is this as low?
No, low. It could stay at 18 too if I was exercising. It's hard to burn calories. I mean, I've been walking when I golf, but but even that is like 600 calories. It's like not as crazy as you think,
Mhm.
but it's still 600, which is a lot. But you know, I mean, I can't. You know, it's like I can't play every day or walk every day. But it's like if I stay at 1500. It's like if I could stay that for a little bit. Let's see.
When's the last time you've been in the 160s?
I wouldn't even know.
High school?
I'd be probably. I don't think I never weighed myself then that I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be.
Yeah, 160s is low.
Yeah.
Like I've been 160. Like when I quit drinking, I went from like 220 all the way down to like the
Golly.
160s. And yeah,
You
but
were
I was
220.
Yeah, I was drinking all the time,
How'd you get
eating
there?
all the time, and doing nothing. You know,
Yeah.
I would. I was really bloated looking.
Yeah, 220.
I know,
You-
that
you
was
really weighed 220.
That was the heaviest I got. I don't think I was there long,
Yeah,
but because then I quit drinking, I started biking every day.
yeah.
There's probably a big picture out there somewhere,
Yeah.
but hopefully it's tucked
Big.
away. Hopefully it's hidden.
Yeah, 220 is Dusty Slave Fatty.
Oh, good. They seem tucked away. But
Yeah,
there's-
I met.
I'm sure there's one.
It's
out
funny.
there.
Other comics picture comes up. I met some of Dusty's friends from Opelika
Yeah.
when I was with Dusty in Huntsville, and I've always felt like you're a Goodwill Hunting situation in the sense that you worked at a water company
Yeah,
and then you went on to this greatness. I mean, I feel like we have two of them. Just hearing stories about Dusty and growing up in Opelika, the fact that both of you guys got out is just amazing.
Yeah.
We've done it twice here.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Well, you know, like the
Well,
kinda-
when you don't hate where you go back, where you have to go back to, I think that helps.
Yeah.
yeah.
If I could go back to a water company, I'd be fine with like it's.
And Matt Damon was like that. in
Yeah.
Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah, I don't want to sell pesticides again, but I would do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you already have. You
Yeah.
already have all the stuff that comes with it.
Yeah, and I'd be better now. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was very excited to hang with Dusty and in Huntsville. You guys are like my church group friends that my parents wanted me to hang out with. Dusty's like the guy across the tracks, the cool kid that my parents did not want me to hang out with. I was very excited. So for his 40th birthday, I said, I'm going to buy some cigars because he loves smoking cigars after the show. And I asked him what kind he liked. He texted to me. I was all excited. I went to the cigar store, bought them, and took them down there. And it was kind of like George with Elaine's boyfriend, who's cool, Tony, you
Yeah.
know, pack sandwiches.
yeah.
And then his friend Matt came, and I said, "Well, I didn't bring cigars for Matt." And
Yeah.
he's like, "That's okay."
Yeah.
And I've never really smoked a cigar.
I was never going to tell anyone about Brian smoking cigars, but I'm excited that you're telling people.
We took lawn chairs or camping chairs, and we sat outside in downtown Huntsville. And his friends from Opelika,
Outside that hotel,
yeah,
like that's a cool area to sit.
Yeah.
the one downtown,
Yeah. Isn't there a square? Like, there's a,
Yeah,
yeah. And I didn't know how to light it. He had to show me how to light it.
I mean, I've seen people go through an entire pack of matches trying to light it, but I had a real lighter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's as easy as it could possibly be.
I struggled lighting it and then just keeping it going. And then his friends join us and we're all talking. I didn't even know how to hold it. I'm watching everyone else trying to hold it like they do.
I mean, he's exhaling, trying to light. I mean, he's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd never seen anything like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
How was he holding it?
I mean, you know, he's probably holding, but he's like,
Like a
I mean,
horn?
yeah.
Like he
I
got
never listen. I never was going to tell anyone. It was so bad. I was like, I can't even make fun of Brian.
I got
about
worried
this,
that
but-
Dusty was furious at me because he wasn't making. I'm with his friends, and they're all talking, and I'm over there, and he would not make eye contact with me. I was like, I think Dusty is furious at me. And
I
he's so
wasn't mad
embarrassed.
at you, but I was.
I thought he was just really embarrassed. Like,
Yeah.
who is this guy with us? And then
for,
finally,
and for your other buddy to be like, and so you didn't have a cigar for me. You're like, just give. He's like, just give me that. Why didn't you just give me that cigar? You
I
don't-
did.
Oh,
I mean, obviously,
after your lips were on it.
no. I had
Oh.
more than I just.
I had
realized.
some too.
I realized pretty quick. I ain't going to be doing this for. Cause I bought a
Wait, so
few.
we had cigars for everybody?
Yeah, I did have some
Oh.
for my friend. Yeah.
Okay. Because at the beginning, this all started with you telling Matt, I don't have enough cigars.
Yeah.
But I mean, he got, I don't know, about this much through the cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And
it was
then,
like,
and then you took off.
I
they
got
got,
about
a hold,
halfway
they got a
through.
hold of me. Yeah.
And
Can't
then
go
it
in
was,
now.
it was like George. That's what it was
Yeah.
like with George. It was very hot out there, and about after a while, I'm like, I'm starting to feel a little sick.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, but I want to bow out of here without making it obvious because everyone's sitting around talking. And his buddy Matt, I guess, watched the podcast. He's like, man, those squirrels are really becoming a problem with you, aren't they? And I was like, you know what? I got to go.
Yeah.
And I just tried to bow out. And I went back to my room and just passed out on the bed.
Yeah. You try to it's funny to go through all that and you're like, let me try to leave gracefully.
I know.
and it's like you could just go, this is not working for me.
I mean, I think everyone knew it.
It was
Yeah,
funny
yeah.
because you were like, drive safe to my
Yeah.
friend. You were like, I mean, it was
You can just hear me coughing up a lung as I walk away.
How long did y'all talk about him when he left?
a little bit.
Yeah,
a little while.
A
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah. But I was not going to tell people about that because
That's
I
all right.
was like, it was a struggle.
Yeah.
It's all right. I learned, kids, if you're at home, don't
Well,
do
I
drugs.
just felt like, hey, Brian's just a good person and he never smokes things, and that's very good.
Yeah.
Not a bad thing.
Yeah.
All right. So candy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Comments again. Well, 30 minutes
Yeah.
of cigar talk.
Yeah.
Do you guys, can you guess what the top selling candy is in America? There's two that are by far the top, and they kind of go back and forth.
Snickers.
No, they're
Of,
four.
of all time or current?
I guess current.
Ooh. Sour Patch Kids.
What would you think all time would be?
Gummy bears.
Oh, Hershey's.
Oh.
Hershey's.
I'm guessing a Hershey's
bar.
chocolate
Number
bar.
3.
Oh, number 3. Hershey
Wow.
Kisses.
Just Hershey bar. It's
Wow.
Number 3.
Wow.
Tootsie Roll.
Nope, not on there.
Werther's Original.
No.
What's number 2?
Jolly Ranchers.
And these go back and forth. Number 2, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
two-
M&M's.
Yeah.
Number
M&M's
one?
Number 1.
M&M's
Oh,
still
Oh,
number
yeah.
one.
They have a huge
M&M's,
store.
M&M's is good.
Yeah.
It's just a solid. They start adding colors, and you're like, this is all fun.
Even somehow they do mini M&Ms, and it's like the exact same thing, and you're like, this
Yeah.
is better somehow.
I don't like the mini. You like
Do you
the
not like
mini?
them? I like
No.
the minis.
Yeah.
I don't like it in principle.
Well, they're already small, and then they're
already
they're
very
going
small.
smaller again,
Yeah.
and
They're like ibuprofen. They're like pills.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to just swallow these whole?
yeah.
No,
No, you got to put a bunch of them in. They got to go in your mouth like a wave, and
Yeah.
you got to.
It's in the little plastic
Yeah.
tube.
I think it's just but I
That's
think it'd be
fun.
better to carry the. It looks cooler to carry the sack of M&Ms, the bag.
Like a clear bag?
No, like the bag it comes in.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
if you carry the tube of mini M&Ms,
Yeah.
it's like kind of like
It's
all
a
right.
tough look. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
What about peanut M&Ms?
I'm not a fan,
of
but
those.
people. I mean, I eat them, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not against it. I'm not crazy, but
I'm not a fan,
I'm
but
not.
I'll eat them.
If there's a bowl, if there's 2 bowls, and you leave me alone in a room, I'm gonna eat all the M&Ms, and I'll
Really?
yeah.
That's interesting. I would bet all the money I have that the overwhelming majority of people would pick the peanut M&Ms.
Really?
Yeah, they're bigger. You feel like you're getting. Sorry, my Google search history just pulled up, and it's just Dusty Slave Fat, Dusty Slave Fatty.
Yeah.
I need to. Sorry, that distracted me. But I feel like a peanut M&M. You feel like you're getting more.
Oh yeah.
It feels more.
It's like the Snickers bar
There's
of M&Ms.
substance
Yeah, I don't want a
to
meal,
it.
man. I
There's
just want
substance
to
to
enjoy it.
yeah.
I
I
like-
would go M&M, but I mean,
Right.
M&Ms they're fun.
They are. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all a good time.
Yeah. So if you go to a movie, you're buying the peanut.
No, I'm saying I think most people would.
Yeah. You wouldn't though.
No, I'm just straight popcorn at the movie theater. But if I had to pick one, I'd pick the peanut M&Ms.
Okay,
for
that's
sure.
that was the whole question I was asking. And no, steak dinner, I'm gonna have steak. But if we're not at a steak dinner, not at a nice place, no bread, peanut M&Ms. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I like that you think that most people would do it, but not you.
No, I'm just saying that I think it's a little more rare than Nate presented it. Nate presented it as if
I
that was-
thought it'd be it's the number 1 seller.
M&M's.
Yeah.
right. Aren't peanut M&Ms a little more expensive?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
think
that's
that
why.
Seems like it
That's
costs
why.
more to
I
make.
think that
There we
factors
go.
in
That factors in.
a little bit.
Yeah, that's why you do like them.
Yeah.
Y'all were able to afford them. And they're here, and here we go. And that's where it all comes
Big
into.
money.
Yeah.
Special forks
Yeah.
for those.
Yeah. You walk in, just all yellow bags. So when you go to someone's house and they don't have soda or Coke, like when you're like, you have any Cokes? And they're like, no. That makes me so angry. You go to someone's house and they don't have Cokes, like Diet Coke or any, like,
Yeah.
And you're like, what do you got to drink? Oh, we got water and like
Some hand squeezed
they have
juice.
no like soda. And I'm just like, what is the point? I brought soda this weekend somewhere because I just don't want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to be unprepared. I don't want to run the risk. If I feel like I'm going somewhere that either it's nice or if I'm going to someone's house and you can feel the person out that you're like, they're not going to have soda. Like I'm going to just bring.
You think I have sodas in my fridge?
I think you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
do?
I have a whole separate fridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I have a downstairs fridge.
But even if
That's
you didn't, I think
drink.
do you have sodas?
I have some Sam's Cokes at the house.
See, that would be you would be like that would throw me through a loop.
Because it is soda.
Yeah.
It is.
But you don't buy you'd rather buy the Sam's ones?
Well, someone sent it to me.
Yeah. Do you not drink soda?
Not really.
Okay.
I like a ginger ale.
Yeah. If someone doesn't drink it, yeah.
But I don't have. You have diet, right?
I have you covered. I'm gonna.
Oh, yeah.
But do you have regular?
No. We've had some regular before. We have all diet. So
Yes,
that's
I don't like the diets.
And then so we could have some regular. We could have a couple cans here and there, but it's like in case someone's like, I want regular Coke. But
Do you drink a lot of Coke or you just
I
have
do.
it around?
no, I drink a lot of it. But it's like if I go somewhere and I don't think you're gonna have it, then I'm gonna bring my own.
Yeah.
And what do you bring? Pepsi?
I bring my diet. I mean, if I want to do that, I'm bringing my own. I'm bringing, everybody's got water. I got a Diet Pepsi bottle. It is. I just makes me when you go somewhere and they're like they don't have it, you're like, I gotta eat. Like, we're gonna have pizza, and then you're like, in water?
Pizza and water.
Pizza and water?
Do you like sweet tea?
Yeah. Sweet tea I'd be fine with, but I still would do soda over sweet tea. But it's sweet tea. If you do it, you're like you're meeting me halfway.
Right.
You're at least acknowledging there's other drinks.
Something's got some
Versus-
sugar with it.
Yeah, something that's like, we're not being lunatics here. And, you understand that we live in a society.
What if you were offered kombucha?
I don't even know what that is.
It's like a a gut drink, but it's got
It's fermented.
so it's got the suds, whatever you call
Yeah.
that, like carbonation,
Oh,
somewhat.
no. If I go to eat if I hang out with people in LA and I go to their house, it's a major problem.
Oh, yeah.
know they're not going to have, so I know, and I don't even, it's like, it's in my plans to just go ahead and stop and bring my own soda.
I used to
did
drink
it at Roy
Coke.
Scoville's house. We had pancakes at his house one day, and I went over there, and this was a long time ago, and I brought my own soda over because I just knew you're not going to have. I mean, maybe I'm the one that's in the wrong. I understand, like, I don't want just orange juice. I want my, but it's like you can just tell. LA, guaranteed. Anybody's house you're going to, it's you ain't getting soda. Like they're not gonna have any of that stuff.
Yeah, I used to just drink so much Coke as a kid that I don't know. I just feel like I can't do it now. I mean,
Yeah.
I like to have one, but I like it to be rare enough to when I have it, I'm like, oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Well, that's probably the relationship you should have with soda.
Yeah. But I mean, we used to keep Cokes under my mom's bed, room temperature, all summer. I would just go get them out of there and just drink them room temp.
Why
Do you
would
call
keep
everything
them-
a Coke too? Like,
Oh, yeah.
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 Everything's a Coke, and then you go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would do that too. I've stopped doing it now just because of my act, because I don't think enough people do that. So it's like if I talk about Cokes, now I say soda just because it's like I'm just not trying to add more to a confuse when the joke's not about that. But yeah, it was always like you have Cokes, and you go then you go, all right, what kind? I have Sprite, I have Dr Pepper, I have Coke, that you would just say that.
I was gonna say the ballpark near my house where I played Dixie Youth growing up. They used to have this policy: whenever a foul ball would be hit over the fence, the announcer would come on and go, "Please return that ball to the concession stand for a free Coke."
Yeah,
We did that too.
Yeah, and I used to, I mean, a couple other guys, we just full-time job, just out there shagging foul balls,
yeah.
just racking up those Cokes, dude.
Got a
Oh,
suicide.
I can
could walk
see that
away.
now, though. I can see
Yeah.
kids now fighting over a ball
Oh,
for a
yeah.
Coke.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
the best.
I could walk away with 5 or 6 a night,
Yeah.
just shagging those balls for people,
Yeah.
man.
Just sitting there. Your family, where they have it is only exercise you again? Wait, what? Was your parents happy because you're? Well, he's at least running.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, he's drinking a lot of Coke, but he is running.
It's like a win-win. They're like, I feel like we're breaking even at least.
Yeah.
It's either he's going to sit here and eat peanut M&Ms and drink soda and sit, or he's at least going to have to go
Work for it.
You're like the old man, the old days hunter, but you're like the new version of it. That you're like, well, we had to go get. My parents didn't buy me Cokes. I had to go earn the Coke.
Had to go find foul balls.
I had to go find foul balls.
You'd be so jacked up at the end of the night too. I bet, huh?
Dude. We used to get after the games. They'd bring out and everyone got a free Coke. All the kids.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't think they do that anymore.
You would get the suicide. I bet they do in places that are fun, but most of the world's unfun.
Yeah.
And you go, but like I would imagine, like regular, you're still because there's times you go and you think everything's this like, it's not like politically correct, but it's like this where like we're not giving sodas, we're not doing all this stuff, and then you go to places, you're like, no, people are still doing that. Everybody, like,
That's
I
good
don't
to
think
know.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff has gotten way more health conscious, but it's like I can tell when someone just comes over, I can see it. I take, because it's for us. It's like I'm gonna go get the kids McDonald's, and like I'll just tell someone's, are you fine with that? And I try to gauge sometimes the parent is like, she doesn't ever get it, and then but then I'm like she gets it enough that it's not that
They're
big.
like, yeah, it's Tuesday. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
What are the kids that don't get it? Are they like, this is great?
Oh, they love it.
Yeah.
They love it.
Yeah.
You flipped to media child.
Yeah, they try to get but it's because I think their family cooks a ton,
Right.
Yeah.
Which Laura cooked, but it's like when I've got them, it's like obviously we're not cooking, and so it's going to be, we're going to go down another road.
We used to eat fast food every day.
That's how I grew up like
Yeah.
that. Like it was just like the hecticness. Like my mom cooked, but in the hecticness of it, sometimes it's everybody's so busy. It's like, yeah, you're just having to go eat fast food. So I mean, I just still. That's why I have trouble eating because it's even with the calorie thing. I have trouble. Like I don't still make food at home. I got to figure out how to do it at fast food places. Today I'm getting grilled chicken Chick-fil-A sandwich and salad. And so it's like that would be. I'm trying to stay at 600 calories.
Right.
And that will be what, it's like I figure out like ways. That's how I have to eat because it's like that's how I think to eat.
That's the healthiest fast food meal I've ever heard of, by the way.
Yeah.
That might be as healthy as you can get at a fast food place.
Yeah, you got to find those that's the key to losing weight. You got to, or if your mind works like a lot of people make food, but if your mind works like mine, and I don't know how to not eat out, and so I don't know how to like think. I don't know, like I don't know how to cook. So it's like I just think, all right, how do I go? Like what are my go-tos that like when I'm like in a panic, what can I go get? And so you got to find like here's this at Chick-fil-A. I can get this.
Okay.
Chipotle, I can have this.
Yeah.
And like or something, you got to find like little, a Cliff Bar or like just things that you're like if feel like I'm about to, because that's when you spiral out because you're starving.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I had McDonald's last night. That was added on to the whole thing because I go, well, if I'm eating, because then you can see that, like, I could just see myself, like, well, this is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Once you start to eat bad too, you're like, well, I've already done it now.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah. That's why I never drink again.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I had one, I'd be like, oh, well, it's gone now. I've already broke it.
Yeah.
2022 is a wash.
Yeah.
I'll see you again next year.
Back in, you're 220.
Yeah.
Aaron looks,
I would love for you to get fat.
Yeah. Aaron, Aaron looks like a swimmer.
Yeah.
Like you're over, Dusty's the new one. All right.
that'd be great.
We'll get back into candy.
So still on M&Ms, in the 70s, red food dye in America there was a study said it was linked to cancer.
Yeah.
And so the FDA banned red food dye in the 70s. And even though it wasn't this type of food coloring in M&Ms, red M&Ms, people got so upset about it that M&M had to disband the red M&M. From 1976 until 1987, there were no red M&Ms.
Yeah.
But then they finally brought it back in 87.
Oh, they're back now?
They just gave up on the cancer thing?
Well, it wasn't even true.
Oh.
It was a
I love
study
all the bad things we eat. They're like, blame the food dye.
But I wonder how
Just
these
the color red.
How do these things get started? Who's starting that? A candy company that doesn't use the color red that's trying to sabotage the other company?
No, it's probably some I don't know, some scientists. They're just doing some study and like it's just.
You think it's just a genuine mistake that gets spread?
Yeah, I mean, it probably just spirals out,
Yeah.
and then it's like
Okay.
it's just next thing you know, it's like, and they say it, and then they go, "Oh yeah, well, a scientist said it," and no one questions that, and then you're like, "All right, so this scientist said," you don't have to say the scientist, you just say science.
Yeah, maybe a scientist was trying to make a little name for himself. He was like, you know what? I'm trying to get a
I'm
little.
the red dye guy,
Yeah. And then the green M&M guy's like,
and you
know
got to
what?
go after something popular because it's like also it's something that people can wrap their head around. So if you're taking away, if you say red dye is bad, you're like, well, I don't really, I'm not gonna know what that means. But if you tell me you're taking the red M&M away, now I know what that means. So it's like I feel like if you're that specific, if you're like we're taking nerds away, then it's like nerds are bad. Like it doesn't matter what's in it that's bad. It's just the fact that they go after the red M&M. That seems very weird.
Yeah.
And so then that story becomes, they're taking the red M&M away.
Oh yeah.
Like it's an easy story to tell.
Imagine eating M&Ms like, oh, good thing those reds are gone.
Yeah.
I remember
exact same
hearing,
taste.
Yeah.
I mean, the color doesn't ever matter, right?
Right.
And so it's like it's just fun. But it's like it's also M&M might have just given into it just because they're like whatever. Like it's,
Right.
I think that was the case. People weren't buying M&Ms because they were freaking out about it. So
Yeah.
M&Ms just took it off to.
no red ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember hearing as a kid that there was a color in Mountain Dew that made men infertile.
Yellow 5.
Yellow 5.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Had you heard that before?
Yeah, I think so.
So how does-
we should talk to the guy that probably has the most experience.
I drank a lot of Mountain Dew back in the day.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I was a mellow yellow guy.
I like
Yeah,
Mellow
a
Yellow too.
surge.
Yeah.
I like Kyle Petty.
You were what?
A surge.
Mountain Dew Surge?
I don't think it was a Mountain Dew
Oh.
product.
I feel like it was.
You remember Surge?
Yeah, but you're young, and it's funny that it's like that. Mellow Yellow was the big one. I don't know. I never had a Surge.
I was a fan of Kyle Petty. He drove the NASCAR Mellow Yellow car. I used to wear a lot of Mellow
Yeah.
Yellow shirts.
I love the name Mellow Yellow.
Yeah.
It's a great name.
It's a great name.
Nothing mellow about
I
it.
like
is what
Mellow
they would
Yellow.
say.
But at some point, this rumor got spread that there's a chemical in the drink
Mm.
that is bad for people to drink. And was that based on anything you think, or is this just? See, that's what I'm thinking.
Well,
I think
probably.
Pepsi starts this,
Yeah.
tries to get that going.
Yeah.
Well, they do say birth rates are down.
Yeah. They in specific Mellow Yellow areas.
Yeah.
I think I had I think I drank Diet Mellow Yellow. Sorry. I think I drank Diet Mellow Yellow. And I think it still had what is it? It was either I thought it was that or Diet Mountain Dew, but one of them still had like calories where you're like, well, what's the point? The point of it was supposed to be 0 calories.
Like 5 or 10 a bottle.
Yeah. And they're like, they're like, we're doing the best we can.
Yeah,
You
Mellow
can't
Yellow's
even-
giving
yeah.
up. They're like, listen.
This is as good as we can do.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, you're in that 5 or 10, it's actually like 30. I'll be honest with you, you got a regular Mellow. I'm gonna cut to the chase here, all right? You got a regular
We just
Mellow
poured
Yellow.
out half of this, but water. in it.
yeah. It goes, we can't get it to 0. I mean, these people are lying to you. If they came out and said it had calories, diet drinks,
Mhm.
I would be devastated. Devastated.
Yeah. Me too.
They, do you know the M&M characters? I guess they all have their own personalities.
Episode on M&Ms.
Well, all right, we'll move on.
I want to. We know.
They updated them a few months ago to be more politically correct.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess one of the, let's see here, the green M&M, she wore go-go boots, and they got rid of that to make her seem like a more confident woman and not just a sex symbol.
Well, there was a reason, the green.
What does she
just,
got
they
now?
had
Like
a-
she wears an apron or something? And
They had a whole thing about the green
it
M&Ms.
just goes, makes it worse. They go, what does she do? She carries 2 babies on the side.
The mini M&Ms.
Yeah, she's 2 mini M&Ms. And then,
That's her at the bottom there. That's the updated one.
Interesting. They left the high heels on the brown M&M,
yeah.
but they took
She's
them
a
off the-
businesswoman,
Yeah.
and now they
So the green one. Oh, she's like,
the top one is the old version where she's
Yeah.
kind of a sex symbol. And
What are these arms and legs supposed to be?
I don't know. The orange one there, they changed him. He had an anxious personality that he made him look worried.
Oh, that's your,
that was the
that's your
Bates,
model.
Bates M&M.
Yeah.
But they said now his shoelaces will be tied to represent his cautious
Agent
nature.
Orange here.
Yeah, this is like, I mean, but this is like people that just, they're trying to just keep their jobs. Like there's a point with that where you're like, well, y'all are just, I've never even looked at them this close.
I hadn't either.
The fact that you're watching the drama, like it's a
Yeah.
show.
Right.
And you're like, I don't, you know.
You're like, what about these M&Ms though?
Yeah.
The red M&M had shown bully tendencies in the past, but now he's more kind to his co-characters.
He still looks like a bit of a. He's got
Yeah,
some
but it's
sass
like that's,
to him.
yeah, well, it's like he should have that.
Yeah,
to
he was
have-
giving
to
people
be
cancer.
fun. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was the least he was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. And that green one's confident now because she has tennis shoes on.
Yep, she's a more confident woman.
Oh, instead of
She looks pretty confident up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say she looks more
I think she
confident
looks more
with the
confident at
boots.
the top. She's
Yeah.
wearing boots. She's different. They're like, no, but now she's at the bottom. And she's mixed in with everybody else. She has no personality, so she's more confident. You go, okay.
Yeah, that's all the bottom looks
All
like
right.
is they all
Yeah.
have no personality now.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, well, now they're all equals and the exact same. You're like, oh, so they're not fun anymore. Great.
She represents confidence and empowerment as a strong female, and not just about her boots.
Right.
Yeah, no one even.
This
has ever
is
thought
this is
twice
who my
about it.
nieces look up to.
They should have just kept
Right
them as
in here.
M&Ms.
The M&Ms.
They do.
That's right.
Yeah, she wakes up every day. She has a poster of them on the. Thing.
You know,
what
if
is yeah?
They really want to make them more human-like. Just ought to give them a torso, or a separate head.
Well, this is what makes me uncomfortable. I've never looked at their legs and arms. What are they supposed to? We're just supposed to not think about them.
I don't know. You're the reason why that's this. You saying this is how you end up tying that guy's shoes. 'Cause you end up breaking. You're like the
Yeah.
point of it is we should not even be talking this long about.
Well, I'm
it.
saying I haven't until now. Now I'm looking.
And now
at,
you're looking at the legs, and you're like,
Yeah.
"What's the point of the legs?"
Now I know when I see these commercials come on, I don't even be looking at everything.
And you go look at all the legs and be like, "What's yeah?" They only have 4 fingers.
And none of them have knees.
They should
Maybe
give the
she'd be
green,
more confident if she had, I don't know, 5 fingers.
Yeah.
maybe more attractive legs.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
she did at the top.
Yeah, at the top. Yeah,
She's got like skin tone there.
yeah. So someone just goes, "So she's not hot anymore?" And you're like, "What?"
Charleston Chew. You guys familiar with Charleston Chew?
I've heard of it. Never had.
Heard of it? Never had it. I don't even know what it looks
I'm
like.
just bringing it up because I bought it for you guys.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Where'd you get it at?
I went to a candy store at Opry
Pay with
Mills.
change. 230 calories. I wish.
It's not bad for a candy bar of that size, right?
No. And if it's serving size is 1 bar, which is nice.
That is nice.
Because it's like you want to go, give me the
Yeah, you don't have to
give me the
multiply it by
numbers.
2.
It's
you know?
like, yeah, it's when you order something, you're like, do you want the tax total? You're like, give me the whole thing.
yeah.
I don't need
Yeah.
to be tricked. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Try frozen.
Yeah,
people
it's supposedly
say.
better frozen.
All candy, all chocolate's better frozen. That's
This is
my
vanilla.
opinion.
Yeah, I think there's different.
Now, what is the Charleston Chew all about?
I even lived in Charleston for a long time and did not eat that candy.
Yeah.
Well,
Is
it's named after the dance, the Charleston.
it has nothing to do with
What does
Charleston.
it look like?
Well, wouldn't
So
you
I don't
think
know.
that dance was named after the city?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, it's like a. Yeah, I don't know. It's it's got like vanilla inside of it. You want to take a bite of it?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh no, that looks like marshmallow.
Yeah.
It does look a little bit.
I don't
like
think
marshmallow.
Yeah.
I don't want to criticize it, but I am
Yeah.
not interested.
Yeah, that would be a candy that you're like, I got some time to kill.
Yeah.
I'll take a little piece of that.
That's what. Yeah.
It's very. This is not a clean.
That's why it's probably good frozen.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, because it pulls back. Oh, it just went all in.
it's Mikey over here.
Yeah,
It does taste like marshmallow.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think I like that.
Some candy that's been discontinued. O. Henry.
No.
Mm, you could see that.
Yeah.
Sue Ellen Mishke is the
Yeah.
heiress. So O. Henry.
Oh,
Why couldn't you
Henry.
see it?
Well, the name O. Henry. Well, what kind of candy you want? I'll take a O. Henry.
Yeah. I think you don't like the name.
I don't think so.
I kind of like it.
There's a hole in my bucket. Is that something to do with that song? Oh Henry, oh Henry.
Oh,
Isn't that the
Henry.
song?
I'm not
There's.
familiar with that
I don't know
book-
about that
that
song,
song.
but
You never heard that
I
song?
don't like the packaging as much as the name. Oh, Henry.
Oh, Henry.
Well, if you're saying it like that, yeah. Then, yeah.
Some people
Well,
think
there
it
is an
was,
exclamation point.
it was named after Hank Aaron.
Oh.
Okay.
Did they not tell yes or no to that?
There's like 4 different versions of where the name came from.
Yeah.
So, and Baby Ruth is not supposedly named after Babe Ruth.
Yeah. Didn't we talk about that?
We did on the President's episode.
Yeah.
Now that's a good candy.
It
Yeah.
was
Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
supposedly after Grover Cleveland's daughter, but this was in the 1920s when Babe Ruth was at his height, and he asked to get paid for it. And they're like, well, it wasn't named after you. It was named after Grover Cleveland's daughter, and she had died 15 years earlier.
Was her name Babe Ruth?
Her name was Ruth, and it was Baby Ruth.
Yeah.
Oh.
So a lot of people think that's, they just
So
said
did
that.
they
So
give
Yeah.
Grover Cleveland money?
I don't know that he asked for it, but
Babe Ruth asked for it.
Yeah.
yeah. The 100 grand bar used to be called the 100,000 grand bar.
Underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Opie and Anthony did a promotion giveaway where they for weeks said, we're going to give away 100 grand, and then they finally announced the winner and gave her a candy bar, and she was not happy about it.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah. It's funny, like now when you hear about it, but yeah, that would be
Yeah,
very disappointing.
yeah.
Wow.
It's the only candy bar that's mentioned.
Yeah, that would be maybe the most upsetting thing possible.
Yeah.
You think you're getting 100 grand and it's a candy bar and they all laugh at you, and it's like
Yeah.
that is devastating.
Yeah. Why would you do that? Did they give her anything else?
I think they just gave her a candy bar.
Wow.
Wow. That's
Um,
devastating. As a poor person, that hurts me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be very excited.
The 100 grand bar is the only one mentioned on Seinfeld and The Office. When George is trying to get the Twix,
Yeah.
they talked about, well, you're sure it wasn't a 100 grand bar? And then on The Office, the business school, Michael Scott,
Yeah.
that's one of the ones he threw out 100 grand.
I had a whatchamacallit this weekend because my buddy Rich, they said it's his favorite.
And you mentioned last week or 2 weeks ago the thingamajig and the
Mhm.
what's a who's eat. Michael mentions those on that episode,
Mhm.
Business School. That was 2007, and then 2009 is when Thingamajig came out, and then so I assume they made those after him. Like,
Probably, yeah. I whatchamacallit it's like feels like a little Rice Krispie-ish.
Got a lot going on.
Got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was definitely not bad. I don't see how it's it's his favorite. I don't see how it's someone's favorite.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on.
Yeah. It feels like something that somebody buys you.
It seems like when everybody goes, I'm gonna go buy some candy, y'all want some, and everybody's like, yeah, just whatever. And somebody goes, I'll take a whatchamacallit. You're like, well, now I gotta leave the theater. So I mean,
I'll be back in an hour.
He goes, all right, I guess I'll just see the movie tomorrow as I go on this journey and try to find a whatchamacallit. They had candy. We went to the movies. We saw Minions and saw Joe List's 4th of July movie too.
How was it?
Crazy. It was good.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to see it. It's just everybody in it's comics. They're your friends. It's unreal to go see a movie and you're like, God, that's so wild. But they have at the theater, they had like the candy things that are like only 100 calories. They had like healthy things, which I thought was pretty good.
At the movies.
Yeah. That's what it's pretty great because they had a little package. I was like, man, because I would take those. I've been sneaking in Skinny Pop.
Skinny Pop's good.
Yeah. So I
I
just
don't know what that is.
It's like it's 80 calories a bag. But it's like popcorn.
Popcorn.
So it's like I'll bring in like that. And if you could bring in these little gummy things that are like 100 calories.
Oh, I
it's
know
like,
Skinny Pop.
I'm good to go. Get a little diet cherry Dr. Pepper.
Oh, that's very good.
I love a cherry Coke at the movies.
Yeah.
That's the best.
You know what
Yeah.
I just got from the Dollar General? Dr. Pepper Zero Blue.
Wow.
Never seen
Blue?
it before. It's a blue Dr. Pepper Zero.
Wow.
I think it's like Jurassic Park something. But
Huh.
man,
Now,
it's a
is it
wild
good?
ride. Oh
Yeah?
yeah.
Does it taste like does it taste like a blue? Wow.
It tastes.
Is the can blue or is it?
Is the
can's
liquid
blue?
blue?
Cans? No, it just looks like a regular Dr. Pepper.
Oh,
Oh.
so it's like it tastes like regular Dr. Pepper?
It tastes like a regular Dr. Pepper, but a little bit of like a blue. It's called dark berry.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Got
a
a little
little
blueberry
It's got a little
taste.
bit of a blueberry twist to it, and
Wow.
I'm a fan.
I haven't had the Dr. Pepper Zero yet. I look forward to it.
It's good. It's a little bit thicker, richer than a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Oh, Okay.
Yeah.
Now, have you had the Reese's peanut butter cup with the potato chip in it?
No.
No.
Would you like to?
I don't know. I mean, that seems crazy.
That's a thick.
Wow.
That's
It's
a
a
thick
big cup. It's a big
Wow.
cup.
When did they do this?
The last few months. It's a new thing they're doing.
What are these candy
108
companies
calories.
doing? They're like,
Should be
listen,
having
come
it.
on, get us.
Is this the craziest one?
I think they have one with pretzel also.
Yeah, this seems. Why Reese's with potato chips?
They're like, listen, we got all these chips laying
What's
around.
the potato chips? I wonder what the potato chips.
I don't know. Looks
is.
like a Lay's.
Yeah,
It was an accident at the factory.
yeah, yeah. It seems like this could be good though. I like potato
sure
chips
it
on a
is.
sandwich.
I'm sure it is.
You know,
You tried the other one, Aaron.
Does nobody else
well,
want to try?
I'll just break off
All
a
right.
piece because I don't want to eat the whole thing.
That's a thick candy.
Golly,
Make sure you get
that's
some
gonna be- yeah.
Make sure you get some chips.
Well, it's gonna be hard to break it
Are
off.
these all
That's all
melted up?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
You
good
can,
for
you can hear
Reese's
the chip.
for trying.
Yeah, let's
stuff.
try a little bit here.
You want any of this, Brian?
No.
Yeah, pull the microwave, man.
I thought the listener might want to hear the crunch. You know what I mean? It just seems unnecessary to me.
Just three guys sitting around chewing gum.
It tastes like what you would think.
Yeah, that seems
Exactly.
unnecessary to me.
Not a lot of
Yeah.
surprises.
Too hard. The chip's too hard.
What's the point
It's
of a
fun.
chip?
I could see how this would become a problem though. Like you would just be. I could definitely see how this would spiral out of control.
Yeah.
Like you would be like, I don't know, it's fine, and then you would be like, the next thing you know, you've eaten 10 of them.
I think chewing into the microphone is what people are looking for. People were really dying for a candy episode. They were like, so I think
They're
want
getting it now, baby.
Getting it now.
I think they want to hear some crunch.
It seems. I'm not against it. I'm not against it, but it's exactly what you think it. But you could also, if you're like, well, I don't want to spend the money, then buy a bag of chips and Reese's and then eat them together.
Just put a chip on top of it.
Maybe that's why this got started because enough people did that
I've
because they
never
wanted
heard of it.
Because they wanted a little crunch with their.
You said Reese's was doing some bold things.
They are doing some bold things,
Mhm.
and I think it's paying off. A third of the candy aisle is Reese's stuff now.
Yeah, I want to think that you do the peanut butter, then you do the chip, and then chocolate right over it.
Yeah.
I feel like this is crumpled up chip in there.
It is crumpled up chips.
Yeah, but then
that's not
it's
the
not
way to go.
misleading because that's how
Yeah.
it's depicted on the
Yeah.
packaging.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think they should. That's how they should do it.
I'm just saying you're disappointed for no reason.
I don't know. I mean, I feel very cheated.
Have you seen? Some people pour M&Ms in their popcorn
Mhm.
at the movies. I've seen people do it. I don't.
Yeah.
I think I've tried. I don't like that.
I haven't done
that
that.
Hot
mixes-
tamales too. People like to do that with
Yeah.
popcorn. I don't do that with popcorn.
And popcorn, I think I'm happy on its own.
You're
real
making a trail
standalone.
mix at
Yeah.
a certain point.
Yeah,
I want it to be consistent.
yeah. Trail mix. They use real M&Ms in the trail mix.
I don't know if they're M&M brand, but they're
Supposed to be. Yeah.
Wow.
M&M, you think has?
I
wants
did
nothing
have
to
some
do with it.
trail mix with the M on the M&M.
Oh, you
Oh,
have?
wow.
Yeah, just
Okay.
recently.
But was it homemade or was it?
No, it was in a jar,
Yeah.
like a ball, like a ball.
Printed
jar.
it.
Still sounds like homemade. Okay. I'll stop you when I don't think it sounds homemade. Keep going.
It was a bought jar, that you had to open, and then there was plastic around it that popped.
He's like, no, there's
Yeah.
no label to it.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. My wife brought it home. For all I know, she made it in the car.
Sounds very homemade to me.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever wonder what M&M stood for? Never even thought about it.
Mike and Molly.
Milk and magnesia. No.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mars and Murray, the two guys who started it. Of course, Mars
okay.
company still exists. Murray, I don't know what happened to him.
Really pushed
Yeah.
Murray right out.
They probably got Murray out.
Murray brought in the red food dye.
You guys big into suckers or lollipops?
I'm big into him, man.
I
I
like-
love him. I'm
don't
all
mind.
about him, man.
I like a sucker.
What's your favorite?
It's a funny way to word.
I mean, it comes to mind. I like Tootsie Roll a lot.
Tootsie
I've
Pop.
been on some Tootsie Roll. I like Blow Pop.
There's
what
a
is
Blow
it?
Pop.
Blow Pop is great.
Oh, yeah.
I think Blow Pop's great. Tootsie Pop is Yeah, solid.
I think Tootsie Pop's where it's at.
I don't like chocolate. I like the fruity
But
ones.
how many licks does it take? Brian, do you have the answer?
Oh, I had it 2 weeks ago.
3, according to the owl.
It was like 400 and something, right?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not?
Did we talk about that on the podcast?
No, but I had it on the notes from 2 weeks ago. Some students did at a college did a test where they had
There we
a
go.
lick machine,
College really
There you
paying
go.
off.
Yeah, there you go.
and
Costs, you're in debt $400,000 for the rest of your life.
it was something like
Yeah.
400 and something licks
From Notre
Can
Dame?
you Google it?
Yeah.
It was like Purdue or something. I think it was where your brother went,
Oh, yeah.
and I may be wrong, but they did the test, and
That's a weird Google.
They built a
there.
machine. 364, an average of 364 licks.
all right,
Okay.
yeah, there you
Wow,
go.
several universities did this.
Mm-hmm. This was
I mean-
this is one of the bigger questions.
Yeah. 1, 2, 4 universities did it.
Mm-hmm. Michigan did it.
And junior high school.
There you go. Can you imagine you're still paying off your student debt and you're like, well, who else did it? Some junior high school for free.
Swarthmore Junior High School.
Yeah.
How many licks did they determine?
100.
Well, they
144.
used human lickers. They used just the kids. They just put the kids to work. 144 licks. to get
Oh,
to the
what?
center.
So the university, they didn't use human liquors?
Well, that was the whole point. These universities built machines
A licking
that
machine.
were modeled after a human tongue.
I mean,
Wow.
and that's
Wow.
so ridiculous.
What's
ridiculous
about it?
Well, because so the kids do the real thing, and it's I mean less than half,
Yeah.
That's right.
and so like then the other ones are just like crazy. The numbers are really high.
Right. Well, the machine could probably standardize the lick in a way where it's consistent. Where I don't trust these kids. I mean, I bet they're coming in hard, one lick.
But
And
that's
then
who's
they're-
eating it.
But that's who's it's.
But that's
for-
not the question. The question is how many licks.
But how many
But who's licking it? The humans.
human licks?
Just a standard
Human being.
average lick.
A standard human being lick.
I trust a machine more than I trust a bunch of junior high school.
That's
students.
well, of course, I would say that too if I given people this money that you gave Notre Dame, and so
Yes.
yeah, I would defend it hard,
Yes.
to be like, no, this is why. But if if my sixth grader, seventh grader comes home and says we did it and had an awesome day because we got a lick Tootsie. I mean, that's the most fun a kid could have.
That's a good day.
I don't
That's the way it
trust
should be
I
done.
don't trust a licking machine.
Isn't
Why
Harper
not?
about to go to junior high?
I mean,
She's getting close. She could be competing against a Purdue graduate student.
The fact that they built a machine is. Do you know like what is going on?
There could be other applications for this technology. That's the point of it.
What would the other applications be?
I don't know if you need to learn how medicine is affected by.
But apparently,
Licks?
People
By
are
licking it?
licking medicine out here.
Yeah, I mean,
But
y'all are
I don't know.
y'all are, like you're out of ideas in college. That's what I think.
I got another
You're
one here.
out of ideas.
You talk like I helped do
Yeah,
this.
well, you're a part of it. You're out. You have nothing to do.
I'm
That
part
you're
of the
just
mach- yeah,
building licking machines, and some guy, and then he goes, "What are we doing, dude? Like, where?
Yeah.
She's trying to be an accountant, and you're."
Here's another one. A group of scientists at MIT wanted to figure out if they could invent a machine that could open an Oreo where it evenly distributed each side of the cream.
Jeez.
Mhm.
And so they created an Oreo meter, a device designed to split the Oreo cookie with specific amount of force where it would open it evenly on each side. They couldn't do it. The machine failed.
How's that cancer research coming?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. How's that? I get you want to have fun. I get that there's some fun things. I get that you're everything can't be super serious. I understand that.
Again,
But-
that could be a junior high fun thing though.
But it should be it should be a regular school, like growing up fun thing. I don't know if it should be when we're trying to prepare you for the world and you're like, you spent 2 months trying to make a machine that evenly.
She said the scientists
I think
let
you would
it-
have more odds of doing it. Maybe you get lucky and do it on your own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How successful were they with this?
they couldn't do it.
Hmm.
The lead scientist said the results validated what I saw as a child. We found no trick for opening up
Wow.
Oreo.
So really a lot of confidence in MIT then. huh?
Yeah. That was MIT?
Yeah.
That's the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Those are the best of the best.
Yeah. Oh, man.
An Oreometer, it was called. That's a fun name.
Yeah,
that wasn't
there you
even.
go.
That was terrible.
Why don't you do it then with the other one?
No, I'm good. I'll just eat it.
We'll try to open it. You might as well,
Yeah, let's see what you
can
got.
do that?
Yeah, that's about
pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
You guys didn't twist it at all, though. I feel like you should
I twisted.
twist a bit.
Well,
No,
I think
I-
it's the fact that it's whatever the white stuff is probably not, it's like drywall stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to come, like it's like anything. If you, it's not going to come off evenly because you could probably make it come off evenly when it's first made.
Mhm.
But it's like once it's been in a container forever.
I don't know if I understand the benefit of pulling it off equally.
To waste money of the parents and the kids, that's the benefit of it because I don't, once you do it, you're like, I don't think it's been in a package for too long.
Mm-hmm.
So it's too like stuck together that you could never, you'd have to like cut it with a
Yeah, I
knife.
think
Cut it.
a paint scraper you could get right in there.
I would almost no one said that before they started this. They
paint
go,
scraper?
well, they go, I think you'd have to cut it because it's just too packed. So it's never going to do it.
Like an
And they go,
X-Acto
well,
knife.
let's build a machine for it. All right.
Oreo issued a statement saying, "We want to extend a huge congratulations to these brilliant minds and applaud their dedication to our cookie twisting ritual."
There you go.
Wow.
Congrats.
Imagine going home and your parents are paying for MIT and
Yeah.
your dad's like, well, what have you learned? Well, we
Yeah.
just built a machine to try to open Oreo cookies.
Yeah.
It's an Oreometer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it right, Dusty.
What does it do? Does it teach them how to do, I guess, other stuff later? Like
I think
commit
the
to
machine.
something?
Oh, there it is right there.
Yeah, it was 3D printed, so somebody had to design this.
I tell you what,
Do
that's
you-
something I don't understand at all.
3D
Yeah.
printing?
I can't wrap my head around what it is.
What about it?
I picture a printing machine
Yeah,
and then it prints out like a
Real stuff.
real thing. It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
it
to
is
me.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's very crazy.
Is it like you could make this cup
Yeah, you make
and it would be a real cup?
Mm-hmm.
So the machine has all the stuff in it to make a cup.
It's a little like wand or a needle with that plastic
Yeah.
material, and then it just draws it out based on the blueprint you give it.
Yeah. But so to make something, you have to have the materials of that thing.
Yeah, that's what comes out of the
The
ink end of it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the ink essentially.
Yeah.
Is that plastic material that will
So you
harden.
can make this bowl.
Yeah, you can make a bowl.
Wood. You can make wood.
Well, not wood.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't be wood.
So you can't make this bowl.
You can make the shape of this bowl, but it wouldn't be made out of wood. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I said to make the bowl. And you said, yeah.
All right. I wasn't sure what you meant.
Could it be a wood
Wood.
grain effect?
Could you make this table?
Wow, that's a very deep question.
Yeah.
actually.
Could you make like a kidney?
Oh, well. Ultimately, they hope you are going to be able to make stuff like that. You can make devices for your heart and stuff out of a 3D. You can 3D print those.
And so
Yeah.
people just standing at like in an office and they're just like, I want a sandwich. Like this is the future.
Yeah,
And they're gonna be like, I'll take a burger. And then they type it and it 3D prints a burger.
yeah.
And then you just go eat. You eat the paper and it tastes like a burger.
That's the future.
That's the
That's the
future.
future?
I hope that's the future I want to live in.
Is the burger hot?
Did they
I think it's hot when it's done. When it prints, yeah, I think it is hot.
Yeah.
because it's that.
got to eat it
plastic.
quick?
Are people making stuff and you can buy a 3D printed thing?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
It's
Yeah.
made of plastic. The
Yeah.
stuff to print out.
Yeah,
So it'd be hard to eat a burger. But
yeah, it'd be hard to eat it.
If you got it quick when it was still hot.
Yeah.
What do you think of this? My old roommate had this idea. He used to always talk about it. Of like you'd repurpose an old small fridge to sandwich making machine
Mm-hmm.
where you'd have different types of meat, bread, and then it would just come out at the bottom. You think there's any? You think that's?
So it's got to place it on its own.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
push the buttons for what you want,
Mm-hmm.
and it would
Like a vending machine.
like a vending machine for a sandwich.
Yeah. I mean that I think it'd be quicker to make the sandwich.
I think it would. Too.
Like I mean I could see like I think your setup would be just set up the stuff you would want, like all the options,
Mhm.
and you open the refrigerator, make any sandwich you want, and then that would be funner. Like you'd be like, lay your bread down, open that, and then you're like, oh, there's any meats, and you're like, oh, like that, like it's Subway.
What if you did
basically your friends
a vending machine where
one step away from going like, let's create a Subway,
vending machine with one piece of bread on the top, so you select what you want, then it drops the first piece, and then as it goes down, then the meat falls, then it goes down to the next condiment.
Doesn't that sound fun?
Other piece of bread pops it out. I like this idea.
That sounds fun.
I was not for it in the beginning.
And now you're back.
I am into it now.
It's yeah. I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't know. I just think, yeah, it would be a lot of work just to be like, we could also go to Subway.
You're right. He said it was mostly be for busy moms with lots of kids, where you need to make them in mass quickly.
Yeah. Now that's an angle that is better. That you're telling me like that's the angle he should go.
I need to pump out 9 sandwiches in a minute.
Yeah. That's the angle that you should go with.
Well, how many kids do you have that one of them is not old enough to just help with the sandwiches?
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
When you can eat sandwiches, you're basically old enough to make sandwiches.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I mean, the window's very small. Harper could make her own sandwich now.
Right. How long should you be eating sandwiches?
You got a tiny window where you're like, all hands on deck.
Yeah. But I think a lot of moms are still making their lunches for all their elementary school kids.
I agree. I can
yeah.
understand the logic of it
and
like doing it, but I think you're, yeah.
I think if you just I've not done this for 9 kids, but I think if you just lay out the bread and then go through with the meat and then go through with the condiments, then it's probably, I'm not saying it's not hard.
You probably get a system.
Yeah.
It's very annoying. I mean, that's the stuff that's like a mom has to do like the same kind of thing.
Look, he hasn't been able to get funding for this yet. I'm not saying it's a slam dunk.
Yeah.
Should contact MIT.
Yeah. They got some time.
Potentially Purdue. I've been licking lollipops.
All right, I'm back to those lollipops. Number 1 selling lollipop.
Tootsie Pop.
Nope.
A dum-dum.
The red one.
It might be red. Ring pop.
Okay. I thought you meant like the Tootsie Roll, like which color?
No.
Ring Pop is the number 1 seller.
This is on Amazon, so I don't know if that's accurate.
I got it.
All right.
So I thought
I used to get into a Ring Pop though. I forgot all about them.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you? I've never even heard of these other candies.
I hadn't either.
You've heard of a push pop before, right?
I don't know, barely.
Yeah, you got rock candy.
I don't know if I trust this.
Is that the one I sent you?
Yeah, that's the one you sent me.
Like I would think Dum Dums is. I've never heard of Yum Earth. I don't know what that is.
Who's buying Dum Dums other than doctors' offices?
Halloween people.
Halloween people.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, that is true. You don't. If you like having a candy, banks.
The banks. Yeah. I don't know why banks give you candy. I never understood that. I appreciate it, but I never understood it.
So you feel like you're walking away with something. If you didn't walk out of there without a Dum Dum, then you'd be like, well, I just gave them a bunch of money.
It makes it enjoyable.
Maybe
the fact that you're going to get like a little treat, like you just have it. It's like and it's a long wait, and so then you got kids. So if your kids are in there, like a bank is the worst thing for a kid. So then you're like, you want to get a sucker? And they're like, yeah. And then they go in there and they wait for the sucker. I feel like it's like that kind of thing.
I also think when you're doing something like that, your perception of how slowly time is passing changes.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you want to make people feel there's a wait time at the bank, if you got a lollipop, you're not thinking about how long it's taking.
But don't you get it at the teller's window?
Good point, Brian.
But if you're a kid and you've been in there before, you know it's up there.
You go up there and you could go ahead.
And if it were something bigger, if it were donuts, then people would take a bunch of them.
Yeah.
You couldn't make the donuts last. You can never give out treats like that. People will take several.
I feel like smaller, like mom and pop places might do something like that, but you got to get there early, and then they go have a donut.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. People will take. I used to give it at my job. I used to give away hats. People would always be like, "Can I get another one from my cousin?" And it's like, "No, you can't. I'm giving away hat." And then they're mad. I'm like, "I just gave you a hat. Now you're unhappy with me because I didn't give you 2."
Yeah, people like hats.
Yeah, they love hats.
Yeah,
I love hats.
I like hats too. It is funny, like the people want them that bad. They're like, let me get one more, and you're like, what does it matter?
I mean, I'm talking about a Spectracide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not like
it's not like the Yankees.
Yeah. It's nice to get free stuff.
Yeah, people love it.
You do. You just get.
Yeah, exactly
They give
like
you-
that.
Was this the hat?
The black
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
That's not even that good of a hat.
I know, dude. But they were.
Those are the hats that you wear, though. Like
Yeah.
those end up the ones that you're just like you're throwing it on a ton.
It's a cut in the yard hat. Yeah.
I mean, my dad worked for Aflac, and he had the little ducks that you could squeeze, and it would go Aflac, and people could not stop wanting those.
Yeah.
I
mean,
believe that. I'd like that.
It's the first it's the first time I ever heard someone work for Aflac.
Oh, my dad worked for Aflac for like 20 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did he love it when Nick Saban started endorsing it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's all about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he used to tell people that he did the voice of the duck.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big thing for him.
Was
for a
it
while.
Gilbert Gottfried?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Originally.
And then he got fired because he made some jokes about Japan.
Yeah. Tsunami.
And
or something.
apparently Japan buys a lot of cancer insurance from Aflac.
Yeah.
So they fired him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm.
And then they hired your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys like gum?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Gum's the
I
best.
do like
I've been chewing gum a lot because it's you can not many calories.
Mm-hmm.
Number one selling chewing gum on Amazon. I haven't even heard of this. Pure, P-U-R.
Oh.
So you are.
Yeah, I think I have it.
I have it.
I think that's the gum I chew. It's like the mint. I've
Big
seen
Red.
that Pure. I do the Mentos.
Pure must be current
Yeah, I don't
top seller.
on Amazon. I don't know. Your list seems.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the real list.
Well, I think this is probably as good a metric as we have is what's
Is
on
Amazon?
Amazon, but there's also going to be a lot of gums that you're going to buy on Amazon because they're not available in stores.
Yeah.
What was
Like
the
I've never seen Pure
Big Red,
at
yeah.
the gas station.
Big Red was
Yeah.
the one where they had the commercials where people were making out all the time, chewing the gum. Like you chew the gum and
That's
someone
why I liked
kisses
it.
you.
I thought
Yeah.
it would work.
Yeah. That was
It
the Axe
didn't.
body spray of the gums.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the
Maybe we
one
got to
where
bottom of that?
there was the twins?
As
Oh,
an
the
Orbit.
twins, double mint.
Oh, it's double mint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Orbit.
Smarties. You guys like Smarties?
Mm-hmm.
I love Smarties.
That's what these are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently,
But the small Smarties is what I liked.
Yeah.
These are giant Smarties.
Those are fun.
sorry.
Yeah.
apparently the red Smarties come from a beetle, crushed beetles.
All right.
There's
I
some-
don't think there's
true?
any red ones in there.
Yeah, vegetarians criticize the maker of the Smarties for using an ingredient obtained from crushed beetles.
How do you even get to the point where you would even think that you could have crushed beetles in a thing?
I don't know.
That's what happened when the red food dye was causing
Yeah.
cancer. They started crushing beetles.
What it doesn't make. I would think that's not true. I can't even tell you which one's red.
Yeah, I don't think any of those are red.
Oh, I would think it's not true. I would not believe that.
I used to like the little Smarties. I would act like I was taking pills or vitamins.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I
Mhm.
did as a kid.
I did that
Yeah.
with Tums.
Yeah.
No, that paid off.
yeah.
Cotton candy.
Yeah, it's like, you're
Yeah,
training. You're in training.
Yeah, he took that to the big leagues. didn't
You're
he?
eating Smarties and
Yeah.
candy cigarettes, and you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
this is my future.
Yeah.
Cotton candy was invented by a guy from Nashville.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
He called it fairy floss. That didn't stick, but
Yeah.
he took it to the.
Golly. That's such a You want to the name that you're like you want to change the name at all? Like it doesn't sound good at all.
No.
He took it to the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair, and he sold 68,000 boxes at
Wow.
$25 a box.
Wow.
And this is
How
1904.
much money is that?
I don't know. It's a lot.
There you go.
What was it, 68,000 boxes?
Yeah.
Times 25. But yeah, later on they changed it. It was called fairy floss up until the 1920s, but then they changed it to cotton candy.
I had cotton candy this weekend.
It's 1.7 million.
I mean, the
Wow.
guy's basically a billionaire. In 1904,
Yeah,
that's
And he was
crazy.
selling it as fairy floss back then, too. Huh?
yeah, yeah.
And then he changed the name. That seems, it'd be hard for me to change the name if I made
Yeah.
1.7 million
Yeah.
at a fair.
It took a while, but I think.
Oh, okay.
eventually-
Not that one fair.
No. Some controversial candies. I got one here.
Wait. What? Like
I thought this we were talking one
Yeah.
fair. He was
and then at the end of it, they go, I think you should change the name. He goes, I'm sitting on 1.7 million.
I sold 68,000 of
on
these.
untapped
Today.
No one knows I'm here.
Cash.
$1.7 million.
He's got duffel bags of cash.
And you want me to call it cotton candy?
Sounds like you're trying to sabotage me.
Yeah.
Dingleberries,
Oh,
Oh, wow.
golly.
chocolate covered gummy bears.
Oh, I like gummy
Chocolate
bears.
covered gummy bears.
What's the design of that bag?
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
on
Well,
there.
that's
It's
it
that's
looks
what you
like-
think it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's-
come on.
Yeah.
I don't think so. This
Good
cannot
heavens.
be. This cannot be a selling point for that.
No. I think it hurt it. That's why you never heard of it.
Yeah.
That's why they had to put at the top, it's sugar.
Yeah.
Because you were like, I don't know. And it's sugar. All right. I'll do it.
Wow,
what a
I
chocolate
can't-
Gummy bear. I don't know what that's. I don't think I love
You
like
about
that.
to try it out?
I guess so. You got to kind of have to.
Chocolate covered gummy bears. They seem like conflicting.
Well, I'll try it too, even though the packaging says.
Yeah, I don't like the packaging at
Yeah.
all.
There was a candy called. These are controversial candies.
I'm
M
against this.
MAOAM. Maom.
We about to get another one.
I'm against this. You like it?
Mm.
I'm not a big fan of it either.
I like gummy bear too.
So they created a character called Maom Man, and on the packaging, he was enjoying himself a little bit too much with the lemons, cherries, strawberries, and oranges, and people complained about it. But the company was like, "We're not changing it. He's a lovable character, and people young and old like it." But some people are like, "He's enjoying that orange a little too much."
It is. It's this green guy, this kind of amorphous blob of a guy, and he's loving on these fruit.
I don't think I think too much about it.
You know,
No.
the dingleberry, the more I ate that, the
Yeah.
better it got.
Well, because once you got the chocolate off,
As most
Yeah.
do.
it's the chocolate that is not good, and you want to get to the, and then you get to the gummy bear. And once you get the chocolate off, and then you get to the gummy bear, you're like, yeah.
I think so.
You're like, I could eat another one, but you have to get through that chocolate first.
Yeah. But going into that, I was like not liking it, but it got really good. And I was even looking at Mailman as I was eating it.
This this dingleberries is like that's what would sell like a comedy act on the road would have like a great T-shirt.
All right.
You're like this is like an exact thing that you'd be like, this dude has made. No one knows who he is, but his shirts are everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And like this guy's just like he's making like 10 grand a night just selling. Like he's got a joke about
Yeah,
dingleberries, and
it's
he goes,
the
I made the candy. And
it's
then,
the
like,
shirt where it looks like it says nothing and then you fold it up and
Oh,
it says
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that shirt.
It's yeah.
Where people on the road in small towns can't help but buy that shirt.
Got
Oh
to.
yeah, they
Got
love
to.
it. They love that. They love it.
Yeah.
They love that shirt. They love it so much. And yeah, I mean, but you go see an act. I mean, this does feel like a comic would sell this
Yeah.
at the end of the.
Oh
Yeah.
I got dingleberries for sale, and then it would just be
It's a line out the door.
a line out the door. I mean, a comic could sell these now because no one's ever heard of these. So a comic could just go buy a bunch of them.
You bought those at the Looney Bin, right?
Yeah. But I like
That's where you get 'em.
how much? Where'd you have to get these off Amazon?
No, I got it at that place at Opry Mills. It's called It's Sugar.
Oh, and so like if you just went and got a bunch of these and then just said and sold them for how much were they? Like
I don't know.
$5?
I bought a bunch of stuff together.
wow, must be nice. Uh,
I paid with change.
but if it's like the bag's like $4, you just charge $15.
Oh yeah.
and then you go and you just a comic could and just do a joke about Dingleberry.
Yeah, and then people have it at their house and they're like, "Oh, I got it from a comic."
Yeah,
I bought this Big League Chew too. Y'all talked about that last
Love
time,
it.
though,
I
right?
love
yeah.
Big League Chew.
Yeah. They even had candy cigarettes there.
Oh wow,
I should have practiced on that before the cigar.
10
Yeah.
calories per serving.
Yeah, I mean, you got to practice before you jump right into.
Pop Rocks.
Mhm.
You guys a big Pop Rocks fan? I think I got one of those
Yeah,
in there.
that happens in Urban Legend. They talk about Pop Rocks.
About the Coke?
Yeah,
What kind of show is this?
it's a movie.
Okay.
And does it happen in the
Pacey,
movie?
Pacey from Dawson Creek's in it.
Which guy?
Pacey.
I saw Tara Reid was in it. That's exciting.
Dawson Creek. I love Dawson. Yeah, Dawson Creek was my. I loved it. I watched every episode. That was my years.
That was your Dallas. To Brian. That was.
Yeah, but we watched it. It was Dawson's Creek was made for like kids in high school. Like, so I graduated in '96. Like, it was like Dawson Creek was.
What's that dude's name? James Vanderbeek.
Yeah,
he was like the man. Wasn't he?
Yeah. I just looked. I follow him on Instagram. He has 6 kids.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. And then.
90210 was big when Ruth was in high school. That was her. And we just found out Jason Priestley moved into our neighborhood. So she's very excited about that.
Oh, wow.
She loved Jason Priestley.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. They, we have squirrel problems.
Yeah.
You gotta go to his house and tell him.
No, I don't want him to run. I don't want him to leave. So.
But Dawson's Creek was like One Tree Hill. Did you watch One Tree Hill or something? What's the other? Did you watch a show like that?
Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, we watched Saved by the Bell. That was when I was younger.
Yeah.
And then Dawson Creek was like your kind of soap opera.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't have a show?
We had a bunch of those kind of shows.
You can't name one?
Below Deck?
It was like the OC, Laguna Beach, all
that
that
kind
of
it
stuff.
became more, I guess it became more reality. Like I never watched One Tree Hill, but that was.
Oh, I didn't know those were reality shows.
They're not.
I mean, the ones I just named.
The OC, is it not a reality show? Or
I don't know.
Laguna Beach?
I don't know.
It is the reality show.
Okay.
I think they're the first reality show.
How old were you when you started West Wing?
7.
I'd watch it. My dad would watch it when I was younger, but I didn't really get into it until after college.
Did you wear a suit
Okay.
when you watched it? Would you bring a briefcase of candy to the couch and sit down? And
I mean, that's what we wore around the house.
that's
dude.
what
We
you
all
wore.
had
Yeah,
suits
wore
on.
suits on.
Well, there was a urban legend that Pop Rocks with Coke would make your stomach explode.
Mhm.
The rumor was that the kid who played Mikey from the Life cereal commercial died from consuming Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola. And the very first episode of Mythbusters, they tested it on a pig, and the pig's stomach did not explode, but did grow 3 times in size.
So still
The
pretty
pig
bad.
did, or his stomach
Why
did?
didn't they do it?
Because, like, they try to make it legit. Like, let's see if this is real. And they're not going to do it to themselves if there's somehow you
Well,
think it might really make your stomach explode.
The pig grew 3 times in size, or its stomach?
Its
grew?
stomach.
Oh,
I like, yeah. Well, I like the idea that.
well, that seems like
Oh, pig.
Yeah. He goes, golly, buddy.
We got bigger
Hey.
issues.
Hey, pal. Hey, bear. Good night.
Oh,
Gigantic.
Henry. Yeah.
Oh, Henry. Wow. So you're talking up to him now? You go, yeah.
Yeah.
That, all right. I like the idea that even Mythbusters like doing it. They're like, we don't do it to ourselves. And you're like, well, I think we would know. The fact that if this was true, they're just allowing Pop Rocks and sodas to still exist.
Yeah.
That they're,
yeah, a lot of kids would have died. I'm sure I ate Pop Rocks and soda at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. That's the reason why they did the pig, but I'm guessing that's the point of, like, if this is a legit thing we're going to try to figure out, we wouldn't do it to ourselves.
But it seems
That's-
not good if the stomach grew 3 times in size. That feels like
I think
an
it gives you a lot of
explosion.
gas, supposedly.
Yeah, it feels like
Oh, then
it's-
it goes back to normal.
Yeah.
Oh,
It doesn't matter.
It's worth it.
yeah.
I bet if you go, how much does it grow normally? And they're like, like 1 time, 2 times, you'd be like, so it's not that big of a deal. And they go, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
They go, yeah, like everything. Well, if you ate it every day, okay.
I don't
Yeah.
trust Mythbusters.
Yeah.
They're always like, oh, we busted it. And it's like, well, did you though? You didn't do it on a human. You
It's
did
a
it
great
on a
idea
pig.
for a show, though.
It is a good idea
It is
for
a
sure.
great
My grandfather was a physicist, and we were watching
man. Was he?
He's a physics professor in college. My
Oh,
grandfather.
gosh. What did y'all do?
We were watching.
So how did y'all get around in just Alabama? Were y'all just like mortified every day you walked out? 'Cause you're like,
No, we loved it.
would they be chirping at you and you're like, I don't even know, and you'd have to go talk to them, the regular folk?
Regular folk.
Yeah.
You're just like Doc Hollywood, your whole family. You
Yeah.
just,
He was watching Mythbusters once, and he saw they did an equation wrong. They did the
Mm.
math wrong on something,
wow.
and he wrote into him. So I'm saying I don't trust
Yeah,
him either.
I don't
Because he was
trust him.
watching. He's like, they're not even doing this right.
Yeah.
Did they respond?
No.
Oh.
Nah.
They finally stopped the show, right? They ran out of mist to bust.
Hopefully, dude.
They're like Bill
I
Nye.
think so.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Yeah,
He's
I don't
just
like Bill
he's
Nye
just
either.
an improviser.
I don't like him either.
Yeah.
I did a show with him.
Did you really?
Mhm.
You-
It like South by. He was on the show. Maybe he hosted it or something.
Okay.
Mhm.
Nice guy.
Yeah. I mean, I barely.
Yeah.
It was like, comedy show.
Yeah.
He does like it's like all that stuff where it's like, where they're entertainers.
Yeah, he's like a comedian.
Yeah. And then it's like whatever they have is like, yeah. It is funny because it's like he's not a scientist at all, right?
No.
Like, and it is funny that they have Bill Nye the Scientist. Like and they go to him like real scientists.
Oh,
So
yeah.
They ask him like, "What do you think?" It's like, yeah, he's not.
Oh, and people believe him. They think that, Bill Nye said it.
Yeah.
So let's go to the moon.
Let's go to the moon.
You know what I mean?
I guess we've already been to the moon. Bill Nye said it. I guess he was there. Yeah.
A few months back, a photo of a smooth Snickers bar went viral online because people thought that Snickers was doing away with the wavy lines. There it is right there.
Oh, wow.
Someone posted that, and people got outraged that Snickers was changing. Snickers finally had to issue a statement saying, "We're not changing. That's either a manufacturer problem or that candy bar melted in your car."
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
what it was.
And then you know what it was?
I'm saying that's the most likely.
Yeah.
It's most
I mean,
likely.
it's a guy that's probably had that happen a bunch.
Is that your hand?
Yeah.
That was in
this
your-
is classic. Classic.
That was in your
No
emergency
parking
pack.
under a tree. You go in to Waffle House. You're there a little longer than you expect. I've seen it. If I've seen it once, I've seen it 20 times.
Did you say it was this emergency pack?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
his.
this is emergency
Yeah,
pack,
yeah.
yeah.
In case you break down or something. That's
Yeah.
you got a smooth Snickers in there.
I'm saying the way these candy bars are produced, it's a lot easier for me to believe that one melted in a car than there was one missed the chocolate drizzle on the conveyor belt in the
Yeah.
factory. You know what I mean?
I think I would see that more than I would see.
No.
That's too smooth for melted.
Well,
That like melted, it's still that's way too smooth. I would say that missed the whole thing.
or I
Yeah.
don't trust the person that did this.
I don't trust a guy with that keyboard really there. Look at that thing.
Yeah, that's not a keyboard of somebody that you trust.
That's how do you get used to that keyboard?
It's like an ergonomic keyboard that's split in half, where it's kind of raised in the middle with a lot of wrist pad in the front of it. It doesn't look like this. Yeah,
A
I
guy
don't
with a
like it.
keyboard like that, I think he smoothed that Snickers bar out at home.
I think he licked it. Yeah, he licked
Yeah.
it that smooth.
Because if it melted, that wrapper seemed like it would have chocolate on it.
well, I think it's
It's actually a
good
great
seeing
point,
corporate
Brian.
America getting some work done. All these people go to college and
All
they
right.
go smooth the Snickers out.
Yeah.
They get paid $700,000 a day.
Probably
So-
went to Purdue.
So let's
Yeah.
build a candy melting machine and try
Yeah,
to verify
yes.
this. Yeah.
I'll end on this. This never happened, but they
There you
found.
go. I mean, who starts with?
Well, I wanted
All
to
right.
set it up. I didn't want to
made
get you
this
guys.
up completely. Unicorns flew to my house this weekend, and all right, well, I guess
I didn't want to get you guys excited and say what never happened, but they found reports and papers after World War II that Nazis were creating a candy bar that they were going to try to get to Winston Churchill. And once you break it open, after 7 seconds, it explodes
Oh.
to kill him.
But why? So when you're doing a podcast on comedy, why would you not present that as real? Because now,
I mean, the papers are real. I'm just saying that it never got to him. It never,
they made the candy bar.
they drew up the plans for it.
Okay.
They never tried to slip it to him. It didn't get caught. These were just blueprints, plans that they were going to assassinate him.
And you thought we would believe?
I think if I just said the Nazis created this candy bar or whatever, you were like, well, what happened? Did it get to him? No, they never even got that far. So I just wanted you guys to know.
It sounds like a bad plan, though, too. It's like you get it to, you're like, here, I got you a candy bar, Winston Churchill. And he's like, oh, I never heard of this one.
Wow.
And they're like, well, no,
Ooh,
eat
a
it.
German
Oh,
German
you guys-
chocolate.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah,
What's
yeah.
it called? Kaboom?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a mix of a Snickers and a Kit Kat. He goes, huh.
Oh, eat it.
All right,
Eat
all
it. I'm going to leave the room, though.
Yeah,
All right, I maybe shouldn't have ended on that one.
No, that's a
but that's
faux-
the end.
That's a faux.
Well, I mean, we can keep going.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I saw this guy, I feel like I could get to him through a candy bar.
Yeah, yeah.
Winston Churchill.
He was a big boy.
You go, what if he takes a candy? They go, he's not gonna take a candy bar. You go, have you seen Winston Churchill? He goes, He'll ask for it. He goes, here's how confident I am Winston Churchill going to take a candy bar. I don't think we even have to try to give it to him. I think you go eat a candy bar in front of him, and then the whole time he will only be thinking about where did you get that candy bar. You always feel when you eat gum, you got to offer it.
Oh, you got to. On a
Yeah.
plane, I started doing that.
To strangers?
Yeah, I pull
mint?
the gum out and go, you guys want a piece of gum? And
Yeah.
if they say no, I feel like they appreciate it.
Yeah.
I hope so.
You wake them up.
Yeah.
Hey,
What's that?
over
I
there.
hold it up to their mouth.
Just gum. You got to just
Under
in your
their
palm.
nose.
You got unwrapped gum in the palm of your hand. You want a piece? I don't know if you can meeting your girl after this fight. So I'm doing some gum. We've been on a war up here.
But I think people assume if you offer them gum, they think, oh, is my breath bad? It's like, no, I'm just trying to be.
Then you got to talk to him the whole flight after
Yeah.
you give him the gum.
Well, you don't offer
I
it
shut
early.
it down pretty quickly.
Yeah,
after
because you
that.
don't want to chew gum early on a flight, because then what are you going to do with it? I
Yeah.
always think you're going to get tired of it.
I put it in the bag you're supposed to
That's
hyperventilate it.
gross. And then you take the bag.
And then I wrap the bag up and I throw it in the trash.
I have a
later.
weird thing about it. I'm not good with wrapping. I need gum to be gone.
So you
I don't
waste-
like it.
Really?
I can't have it wrapped up, or I can't have it be sitting. Like I can't.
I just stick it on the back of the seat until.
No, when people go, like I see people like they get gum and then they put it on their plate while they eat, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I almost want to leave the table.
Oh, yeah.
I can't handle it. Like it's not good.
So you waste the whole throw up bag for just
for
a
your
little piece of gum?
if I need to.
Because you
A lot of the times I can make it last until a drink is brought out, and then that usually comes with a napkin.
But do you make
You
it
got
seem
it.
like you've
put it in a
thrown up?
napkin too. I can't.
you don't
even-
like put it in a napkin?
I couldn't do.
What, do you just walk around with the trash can at all times?
I won't put myself in the situation until I know I can get to the trash.
You got to
can.
think about chewing gum that much.
Yeah.
Am I going to be around the trash can?
that much.
That's crazy.
That's great.
This is what I want you to do.
Huh?
This looks like I just
I don't
went.
love this.
This
Yeah.
looks like I just went off.
Well, I
on
don't
the
love
candy.
that this stuff is all laying.
Okay,
Like,
well-
but I mean, I've dealt with it because
Yeah.
I'm a professional.
Okay,
But it's
you've been worried about it.
yeah, I don't care for it. I've looked
Oh.
at this about 100 times. But it's
I don't like it either, to be honest
I can
with you.
handle like this bag if
This
I can
is
make
the
it look like
grossest.
it's closed and it's
Mhm.
back to like
Uh-huh.
really put together in place. I'm
Yeah.
fine with. But when it's like just a crazy mess, but I won't have gum unless I know I'm going to be able to get. I won't have something. Can I get rid of the trash?
Yeah.
I won't have anything unless I know I can get rid of the trash.
Oh, yeah.
So if you were flying and y'all hit turbulence and the oxygen mask fell, would you just take the gum and stick it in there?
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to get rid of it?
I thought we just saved you from ending badly.
That's fair.
Oh, good. A good place for my gum.
That's fair. Yeah, that's it. All right. We love you, everybody. Thank you very much, as always, for listening. Yeah, I'll be in. This comes out this week. I'm heading to Bend, Oregon, and Jacksonville, Oregon, amphitheaters, and then I'll go in, and then I'll be in Hawaii. Bend, Oregon, Jacksonville's this weekend. Right? Yeah,
Mhm.
and then something, and then Hawaii, 22nd and 3rd, I believe. Maui and Honolulu. I will be there. Very excited about all these shows. So go check that out. Come out.
I'll be back at the Grand Ole Opry
Nice.
Tuesday, July 19th.
I'm going to Tampa, Florida, Phoenix, Arizona, Dania Beach, Florida. I've never been to that part of Florida before, so I'm excited. And then I'm doing the Arlington Draft House in Arlington, Virginia, outside of D.C., August 12th and 13th.
That's a great place.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Bolivia, North Carolina,
Ooh.
to the Odell Williamson Auditorium on Saturday.
Wow.
And then Tuesday, I'll have a show at Zany's, July 19th.
All right.
Same. So if you don't want to go see Brian at the Opry, come
and
go to Zany's. But
Yeah.
if you don't want to
Yeah.
go to Zany's, go see Brian at the
There you
Opry.
go.
There you go.
There you go. All right. We will see y'all next week. Have fun. Bye. Nateland is produced by Nateland Productions and by me, Nate Bargatze, and my wife Laura on the All Things Comedy Network. Recording and editing for the show is done by Genovations Media. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to catch us next week on the Nateland Podcast.